Ooh, look who's first.
dead, another dead one, deady, deadified, two more dead, dead from the neck up, dead from the neck down. But that's life.
Hello, lovely people. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the stream. Good to see you. I hope you're all keeping super well today. It is Thursday, the 2nd of April. I don't know why I'm telling you the date. And I've decided to do a bit of Conan today, basically. The next kind of episode should be on the YouTube channel, maybe like tomorrow morning, like something like that. But I have caught up with my day one kind of new game first impression videos. So I've only got like the game that I covered yesterday, edit. So I'm going to edit Conan tonight, basically, which is kind of good. Oh, I hate having such a backlog of like editing and stuff to do. And then tomorrow, I guess we'll do like a different game, and then maybe we'll do Valheim or Conan on Saturday. I don't know. I'd quite like to do like Conan twice this week. We'll see. Maybe we'll do Conan tomorrow. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. Yes. So I hope you're keeping super well. We'll have a hellos and then we'll kind of get back into the game and stuff. If you weren't here on my last stream, if you haven't seen my short, my post in Discord, post on Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky, the post on the community tab on YouTube, if you are living under a rock, there was some news about Conan. You can do !news and you can go and look at my short if you want on YouTube, which tells you everything you need to know. But basically, in short, there was a email that went out to people who had signed up for the newsletter, inviting them to sign up for a playtest for a small group of people initially, and then subsequently more people, and it'll be under NDA. So there you go. If you haven't heard about that, you've been told. So there you go. You can watch my short if you want to. !news if you want to see that. I don't have any more information for you. I just wanted to make sure that people are aware of that and whatnot. Yes, it is an early day, start, Scott, because I'm trying to stream this early. Because the sooner I start my stream, the sooner I finish my stream, and then the sooner I can edit, and then the sooner I can go to bed. Because otherwise I'm up to like 5 in the morning editing, people. Honestly. By the way, you got the email. Wonderful. If any of you didn't get the email, and you're like, oh, well, I don't sign up for newsletters, blah blah blah, whatever, whatever. I did put the link to the sign up in the pinned message on the short, and in all the places. So
87 just subscribed with Prime.
Reaper, hello my dear.
How are we doing today?
How are we collectively? Anybody chat? How are you? Type 1 if you're okay. Type 2 if it's really bad. And I'm sorry if it's really bad, but how are you doing? How is everybody doing? Mystic People wants to know. Hello, my dear. So good to see you. Thank you so much for the 8 months. Welcome back. Thank you for your Prime here. We got some ones. Do you know what? Conan players, it's a good time to be a Conan player, isn't it, people? Honestly, we got some news. You know what I'm saying? Not that we're obsessed with this game or anything. Not that it, we depend upon it for our well-being and stuff like that. Yeah. 1.2, Kevin, yes. Already doing. I hope people understand what they signed up for. What you mean an NDA? I hope people do as well. I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical that people will understand the severity of an NDA. Yeah, I don't know. You prefer this? You prefer the surprise when it comes out? I completely understand, actually. Honestly, I think that's totally cool. Right, shall we have our hellos? Let's have our hellos and we'll get into some Conan shenanigans. If you guys want to speculate about what's going on and stuff like that, by all means speculate. I'm not going to speculate or participate in speculation at this stage, but it's okay. If you do sign up and you do get access, please don't talk about it in my chat or in my comments on my YouTube videos. It will be deleted and we'll time you out at the very least. It's really bad form. So there you go. Sorry to be like a school teacher, but you gotta respect the NDA. Anyway, I'm always tired, people, but as always, I will steal your energy during the stream, and I will feel gradually better. So there we go. Valkyrie, so good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being there pre-stream. Kevin, my dear, good to see you too. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And Kevin got first today. Well done, my friend. Woohoo, yeah, well done. Tootaloo, hello, good to see you. Easy to the T, hi, good to see you too. Welcome in. Nick, hey friendo, how are you doing? Good to see you. Steely, hello, my dear, good to see you too. Hi. Nevanor is gambling in the chat. So is Steel. Still, you setting a bad example my friend. He's setting an example to these people. It's just bad performance. Did you lose? Oh no, you lost 5,000 points. Well, you see, that's a nice lesson about gambling, isn't it, Nefanor? By the way, yes. Well, do I tell you? I have gambling and like alcohol. Not that I'm like a Puritan or anything, but I have gambling and alcohol adverts off on my YouTube channel. And I recently found the ability to turn off politics adverts on my YouTube channel. Oh, and I feel spiritually lighter because I don't want anybody like. We don't talk about politics here, by the way, so don't start. But the idea of somebody advertising some horrible political message on one of my YouTube videos makes me feel physically sick. So there you go. So I've turned that off as well. Do whatever you want. I support you, but, you know, I don't want it advertised on my stuff. There you go. There you go. Where are we going in the chat? Salvori, hello. It's Grim Vector. Issues cause the name change issues. Eyes you suspiciously. Great to be here, but cooking dinner, so going to be lurking. Have a great day. All right, have a great day. Thank you for being here. I will try to remember that you're Grim Vector. I don't know if I will, but welcome, Sunvora. And that's Salvora. That's now your name. Big Wait, thank you for the follow. Welcome, Shinrin. Hello, my dear. So good to see you. Hello, Walt. Hello, Walt. It's easier to see in that font. Corbastis, hello. Oh, yes. Halamir, Pyro, hello, friendos. Rico, hi, good to see you, friendos. Typing the numbers in the chat. Glad everybody's doing all right. Sounds smart. I just woke up, so I guess I'll just enjoy a little coffee. Yeah. The strange thing is that most days I wake up and I'm like, oh, I go to bed the night before and I'm like, I'm going to stream early tomorrow. And then life just kind of has a way of getting in the way of it. And then I'm like, oh, God, now my entire day is like later and I'm going to be up till like 5 in. So I'm trying not to do that, people. Yes, and it has like a knock-on effect. Hugh is not an acceptable answer. Nefanor, take yourself to the corner. Thank you very much. You got a NASA badge. Oh, Artemis 2. Was there like a stream? Was there like a NASA stream? Are they all right, by the way? Are they up in the air safely and stuff? I saw like a little thing on YouTube. I'm on a no news kind of kick at the moment. And it's been so nice. I was like glued to the news for several weeks, if not months, and then I was like, do you know what? Not just now. I'm like not interested. I'm just clicking that, and I feel so much better. I'm just watching like cookery programs, gaming related stuff on YouTube. I'm talking about him, and I feel just like more peaceful. You know, there's only so much kind of bad news you can really take in, I think. Bad times be a Dune player. Major bugs in recent patch. Are there? What kind of bugs are there? The giant sandworm type bugs. What kind of bugs are they? Hello, Saxlarium. How are you? I'm all right, mate. How's it going? I remember your name. How are you? Hello, Poop Spoon. Do you know, when you're thinking about a name to have on the internet, it does fascinate me what people decide to go yeah, that's the right one. Nothing else is available. I'm going to go with Poop Spoon to call you out, but yes. Did you know about identification error on PC Steam platform? 2 days, I can't join any servers. I actually haven't tried to join a server in the last couple of days. Is anybody else having that issue? I'm sorry to hear that. That's suboptimal. Identification error on PC. Yeah, is that a universal issue? Is it just you? Do you know, have you got any other like players that you know of that have the same issue? Maybe somebody in chat will let us know. Hello, Ken. How are you doing? Good to see you. Saw a co-worker almost get sued for speaking about a location on 13 Reason Why. Yeah, it's big. Yeah. It's a big deal in India. You got to kind of, you know, be careful, people. Good is an understatement. I just had my annual physical after slacking for years and all my test numbers are excellent for a 60-year-old sedentary nerd. I think that is worth celebrating, Halamir, honestly. I'm really happy to hear that, friendo. Love that. Good to hear some good news. I have no energy to steal, Nefanor. You are typing in the chat, you have energy I could steal, Nefanor. Don't think I'm above that. I love your videos, man, on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching, Will. Honestly, really appreciate it. And welcome. 1.2 because I said yes to going into work tomorrow. You're always agreeing to go into work, Kevin. Had been determined to have the bank holiday off. 68 hours of overtime in March. You're such a workhorse. Oh my goodness. Politics, is that a parrot with a twitch? It is, that's it. That's exactly it. Hello, Misanthrope. Hello. Good to see you. From California, I'm at work. Thank you for the correct name. Happens to, yeah, big weight. Yeah. If it's in italics, is that, yes, italic? That, and then it's like, it's hard, it looks like a weight. I'm sorry about that, friendo. Yeah, Neffin are also making silly jokes about the word politics. Poly meaning many, ticks meaning blood-sucking parasites. Oh, God. Time to see what new creative ways Anna has planned to respawn today. It has been a bit like that, hasn't it, on this, as a professional gamer? Yes, obviously. Yeah, all planned, obviously. All planned, yes, definitely. AI cat video. I don't watch, fortunately, I'm quite a good eye for, like, AI videos. When I was still watching politics stuff on YouTube and like news stuff, I would get these videos and you'd see somebody and the voice was kind of like fairly convincing, but because people have like a lot of processing on their microphones these days, a lot of like noise removal and stuff like that. Some voices, like I've definitely, when I've been trying to work on my mic, sorry if you're like, please could you get on with talking about Conan, but we chat at the beginning of the stream, sorry Fredos, but if I put too much processing on my microphone to like remove noise and stuff like that, it does sound a bit like it could be AI or something. So I'm always like, I try to keep that in mind when I listen to videos, but then you see like an avatar talking to the camera and you're like, the range of movement of this avatar is suspiciously like small. And I had a couple of these like news kind of people come up, and the guy, there was like a dude one and then there was a female one that came up. The dude one, I was like, this has got to be an AI avatar and in like entirely AI slop. It was a decent quality video and stuff, but I was like, this has got to be AI. And then I had a female one come on my as a suggested video, and she looked so dead behind the eyes. It was so clearly an AI avatar. So you got to be like super freaking careful, honestly. Just to go down like a rabbit hole talking about that. But I think I'm very, very suspicious of like videos, and I don't really watch a lot of cat videos these days, and I'm pretty good at spotting the bad ones. I actually had a relative of a friend send them like a black panther at a zoo or something, and there was a kitten that stumbled into the paddock, and then the black panther kind of picked it up and took it, and then there was a bunch of these kittens, and I was like, where's the camera right now? And anyway, I'm going down a rabbit hole, people, but yes. I beat the game the other day. I was so salty that I lost my character and no achievement. Yeah. It is there are many disappointing things about this game. By the way, I love it so much. There's many disappointing things about this game. The biggest disappointment is when you finally craft the keystone, free your character from the outside lands, and then the kind of what you get at the end is yes, quite disappointing. Especially the lack of achievement. Maybe they'll add that in the future. Flying bugs. Hello, Numpty. Good, thanks. Been off Twitch for a couple of years now. Nice. Trying to say hi to old friends. Oh, good to see you. Good to see you. I'm still here. What can I say? The Dune Overland map trying to get into the new testing station don't always work, or super long queues. Sometimes can't get up Haga Basin map. I see. I haven't played Dune for ages. I think at some point I'm gonna do a playthrough. I just feel like it. I think now that all the buzz has died down and stuff, and it's not the cool thing to do anymore, now I'm interested. So I think at some point I might do a playthrough, just to kind of, we can kind of talk about it and stuff like that, maybe. I don't know when though, but at some point. Manana and all that stuff. Conan and coffee with Siri, always good. Hello Charles, good to see you. Jester, hi my friend, how are you? Crafted the keystone about 5 years ago. It's still sat in a chest waiting to be used. I think that's the best way to go about it, really. You can kind of go through the motions and do the thing, get the items, and then stick it in a box. Hoping a new map or something. New Conan movie coming out called Conan King. Honestly, when I heard, somebody in Twitch chat actually told me about the Conan movie, I was like, this is good for us. This is very good, because this is going to bring a lot of attention to the IP. So this is kind of exciting, really. So fingers crossed. Just sat down with coffee. Perfect timing. Good afternoon. Hello, Gatamalotta. Welcome, my friend. Semi, hello. Good to see you. Viper, hello. It says no spam. What if I like spam with my egg and chips? Spam is perfectly acceptable, apart from in the chat, obviously. Lovely spam, wonderful spam, yeah. Does anybody still eat spam? I have questions. Spam fritters. I feel like it's the kind of thing you had on like a camping holiday or something when you were a kid. I don't know if people still have it. I don't know how healthy it is. Not that everything has to be healthy, obviously. Hello, Morden. Hello, my friend. How are you? That was before I know about to spam the other day before I knew about the no spam rule. We should put no cookies, shouldn't we, in the chat as a rule? No cookies in the corner. Somebody's going to be like, what the hell is this, like, rule? If I stand for the spam party, oh my goodness. I have PC, also just don't know anyone in it to play. Yeah, we have servers. If anybody here isn't in our Discord, you can join our Discord. If you'd like to join our Exiled Lands server or our Sipta server, they're available to everybody. There's no paywall. Just read the rules and remain a member of the Discord. That's it. They're just modded lightly with quality of life mods. And they're PC only, I'm afraid, because there's no crossplay. So there you go. Just in time I was having Conan withdrawals. Me too. Yeah, me too. No news is so liberating, so true. No news is liberating. Do you think so? We see you joining the Discord. Yeah, join the Discord, people. You do eat spam, do you, Walt? Yeah. Interesting. People still eat it. My stepson makes the Hawaiian spam sushi, but it's not healthy. The low sodium version is healthier. Yeah. I think, have I seen people use it in like Korean recipes and stuff like that? Like army based stew or whatever it's called. Obviously there's another name for that. I would totally eat it in those circumstances. Hello, Rex. Right, should we get on with it? Let me have a sip of coffee and it's like, get on with it, because I'm way too chatty today, apparently. Hawaiian spam musubi are delicious. Ooh. Devs from Valborn, hello. Can I have access, please? I got an email and I was like, oh, yeah. And now I'm waiting. We see you join the... Oh, I see. Yeah. Can I... you hook me up, please? Because it looks really cool. Thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. All right. Should we get into a bit Conan Exiles? Welcome back to Conan Exiles. This is like day 6 of a barbaric difficulty playthrough. It's a kind of a hybrid playthrough where I kind of do like a beginner's guide kind of situation, but I'm playing on the hardest difficulty because I like to, punish myself. It's a punishing kind of stream. Here's Doombringer, our friendo, who's carrying all of our gear. And here is our Sumerian Berserker, who we picked up from Mounds of the Dead quite early on. And then we also kitted him out in this full set of Sumerian steel, except for the helmet. We don't have a helmet for him. I have given him a Baltier's Lodestone, which is a legendary weapon we picked up maybe last time we met for Conan, maybe the time before that, from a legendary chest. You basically unfriend world bosses. You get these skeleton keys. They give you access to legendary chests, which are mainly in dungeons, and some of them in caves, and then you can get these legendary weapons. And today, I would quite like to go to the Unnamed City, which is the orange blob on the map, very close by to where we live. You can see we live here. I'd like to go around, fight all the bosses, and I'd also like to fight the mini-bosses and see if we can get the Silent Legion armor set, a full set, ideally, by unfriending those enemies and looting the armor from the mini-bosses. That's it. That's the plan for today. We'll probably kill some more world bosses for more keys. I'd like to see about getting some more kind of decent weapons from... breathing is an important part of speaking, isn't it? Because currently I have a ridiculous amount of knives. Now, I do love a dagger in the game, but I'd like some more kind of like a mace maybe for my fighter, maybe some more hammers and stuff like that. I've got really 2 of the best bows that you can get from legendary chests. This is Eye of the Khan, which is very good if you like to run a strength build and you also want to do a decent amount of damage with a bow, because this is unusually a strength-based bow. It'll take your points in strength and add them or multiply them so that you'll do more damage because there's power draw ability. This is the Huntress Bow, which is a bow that gives you bonus agility, does a huge amount of damage, and I'm kind of saving it because I'd like to put a weapon mod on it, because this is like one of my favourite end game bows, and I am running an agility build, so I'm going to use this. So I'm going to save this for now. I'm going to use a crappy bow because I don't need to do super amount of damage with a bow at the moment. We did pick up Graceful Knight from from a spider in the Dregs dungeon, which we did last time we met, our first dungeon on this Barbaric series. All of these are going to be up as edited versions on the YouTube channel at some point soon. Probably one will be up either tomorrow morning or like sometime early tomorrow. There you go. So much speaking. So let's get ourselves to the Unnamed City. I would like to take my friendos here. I'm going to dump out some of this stuff as we run out of room. But currently I have things for like a pop-up gym / Wheel of Friendship. Let me just kind of get rid of some of this stuff so I don't drop things on the floor that are valuable. I just want to take a bit of these things, but I don't want to have anything I'm worried about losing too much. Okay, because I need room for all the legendaries, because the Unnamed City is a great place to fight bosses because you can just loot the legendaries directly from them, which is kind of awesome. It is quite tough, but because we have this Berserker, we're kind of well placed to do so. All right, now he's going to do probably better with this. He's also going to sunder enemies. Most of the enemies in the Unnamed City are undead, so they don't take bleed or poison damage. Most, not all. So this is going to be good because it's going to sunder as well as just do damage. So he's got Gruel. I have buffed him with some cooked pork rinds, which give him a 25% strength damage buff here. What we doing? I think we're good. I've also got the white blades, which has Spectre coating kind of already imbued upon it, which means it's going to do a debuff against the undead. So I'm going to kind of maybe put that here. I've also got a spare set of daggers just because I don't really need those. Do you know what? Let's leave those because we're going to need a lot of space. Let's get out of here, people. Okay. Are you following me? Everybody following me? Beautiful, beautiful. Excellent. I would like to let's just fill this up with a bit more gruel before we go. We called my friendo over here. I did put a crocodile hatchling in there. I've got to be careful because I actually have some creatures in a box just waiting to be converted. Where's Doombringer the Barbarian? There you are, friendo. Thank you. Better late than never. Excellent job. What am I looking for? My sickle. Yeah, so let's just get a bit of plant fibre and some seeds to make some tasty gruel for our follower fighter here. Do you know what? So I've sped up nighttime, so it's on the uber fast speed, or at least very close to my the fastest speed. I'm probably going to speed up crafting, just because I don't want to be kind of standing around. I want to be able to kind of do one thing and just move on to the next. So we're kind of advancing time is kind of useful. Kevin, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Hello, people following us. Orange Jesus has been good to Anna. Do you think so, Halamir? Hello, Tegrind. Hello. What's the Discord? I need PC friends. Most of mine are on Xbox. Yeah, it's linked everywhere. There you go. It's in the chat. I would eat spam, but why? When there are other things to eat in an emergency, it'll keep you fed. I mean, that's fair. Hello, Dave. Hello, my dear. Good to see you. Thriller, hello, how are you? But of course, excellent. Good. Wonderful. Okay, brilliant. How many seeds do I have? 106. So I have harvesting rates on basically default, but default for Barbaric is 0.8. So I'm using 1 times for my harvesting, which is way less than I usually do on my normal difficulty. Normally I do 2 times harvesting because I feel it's the sweet spot. Okay, so that's cooking up. He's going to chew through a lot of this gruel as he levels up. So shall I just increase my crafting speed now? So I'm going to go make me admin. I'm going to do crafting time multiplier. Oh, geez Louise. Multiplies the speed at which the items are crafted. Now, it's been so long since I changed this. Is that 10? Is that correct? Is it the right way around? Let me stop this and then restart it. No, I think I've made it longer. Did you remember this? My very first, my very 3.0 Conan when it first came out. I remember doing this literally here because I built here. 0.1. Which one is it? Oh, we're overheating. Hold on a second. Have some water so we cool down. That's it. It's crafting speed is an hour. Right, so yeah, reduce it. So multiplies the speed is wrong. It multiplies the time that it takes to craft stuff. There we go. Oh dear. We're going to keep some aloe on him because he'll drink those by himself because we've got the Better Thralls mod active. And the Better Thralls mod gives you an option for your thralls to drink potions on a cooldown, which is wonderful. Excellent. Okay, so Friendo is here. Doombringer is here. Let me put him on a better follow distance. Keep him out the way. And let's go to the Unnamed City. I guess I'm going to give you some gruel, because we can always drop that if we need it. Marvellous. Let's go. Less is better, yes. What's the difference when playing on Barbaric difficulty? So we don't get XP. Oh, here's our friendo. He's returned. We don't get XP from just existing in the world. That's number one. Number two is enemies hit harder and have more health on the whole. That's kind of the main difficulty. Last time we met, I was like watching through the VODs. I was like, what the hell did we do last time I streamed this? And Seth from the wine cellar dungeon one-shot me. Now, admittedly, I don't have like a huge amount of vitality, but this is my kind of stats currently. I do have what's my damage mitigation? Damage mitigation is 68%, and Seth the drunk one-shot me. I'm pretty sure I was full health, in spite of being in full Cimmerian steel armor. So if that tells you, it really does increase the amount of damage that they do. Plus, it just means that it takes longer to kill enemies and stuff like that. I did do a Barbaric permadeath challenge run. I'm not going to harvest him because I feel lazy. And I don't want to get my tools out of my Campbell. That's it, really. Yes, enemies hit harder. Yeah, I did a Barbaric permadeath run, and we fought the people that we needed to just to craft the keystone to free the character. But I didn't do like all the things. So that's going to be like a fun thing to do really for me. Because in spite of 8,000 hours in this game, I have never played through it on Barbaric difficulty all the way through. Like done all the dungeons, all the bosses, NPC camps, things like that. I just felt like getting off my camel to fight creatures. Are you on attack nothing? No, you're on attack everything. Yeah, you're going to have to be a bit more canny about that, my friend, because he's on the ground. Beautiful. It's a lovely day in the desert. Going to have to try. Yeah, you should. I've noticed a few people. There's a couple of people that have mentioned that they seem to always now play on Barbaric. It works out a lot better if you do. I mean, if you do it on single player. If there's enough interest, I think Inzania, I don't know if you're listening, Inzania, but I think Inzania was asking me if I would do like a Barbaric server. I would be willing to run one if there was enough interest in that. So if you want to do Barbaric with other people, I could do that potentially. But yeah, only if there's enough interest. Otherwise, it's just a big pain in the butt running another server, basically. So let's head into the Unnamed City. It's so nice when the sun is shining, even if it's just a video game, people. She says from Rainy Blighty. Is it raining today? I don't think it's raining. Hate these cobras as much as I hate the giant snake. The little ones on the ground are really a pain in the butt, aren't they? Especially in like the volcano or in the what is it called? Citadel of the Triumvirate, where that big snake is. They're all pains in the butt. You can't really see them. It looks a bit like we're going to get a sandstorm. Do you think? I have a few wraps. It has like pre-sandstorm sky colour. There is a scorpion boss over here who does a lot of poison damage if he stacks his damage on your follower. But I'm feeling feisty. We've got the down but not out situation. So if our follower, like 3 strikes rule, because everything's baseball apparently, if your follower is knocked down 3 times in a row, they will die permanently. But you can revive them in between. You've got to be careful though, because if you take too long to revive them, then they will bleed out. So be aware of that. So I think we're going to try fighting this creature. Let me have Doom on like a really long follow distance so he doesn't get involved. And then we can get him on... I'm going to put him on a long follow distance. Because if I tell him to flee, I would like him to, like, stay away and not be too close to me. If it comes to that. So let's be dagger friendos. The one thing I would say is I actually really prefer the leveling speed on Barbaric difficulty. I always find that we level up too quickly. And people always asking me, what's the best way to level up and stuff? And like, you know, grey apes in the jungle really is the best way to kind of farm levels, I think. Outside of just playing the game. But because we don't get passive XP in a Barbaric difficulty, I really like the progression speed. It feels way more reasonable. I realise that in PvP you want to level up as quickly as possible, otherwise you're like a liability and stuff. But yeah, I kind of recommend it really, if you've like, you know, a veteran of the game and stuff like that. Only taking away the passive XP makes a big difference, I feel like. So the sunder is from my follower, and the bleed is obviously from us. There we go. And he's like poisoning everybody.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life.
I'm just kind of doing some damage with my daggers, and I'm also trying to apply this bleed debuff as well, just to keep things moving along. I don't have a lot of points in agility nor in strength, so daggers are super good for me right now. I would say in Barbaric... There we go, and he's down. I would say in Barbaric, flesh creatures like this that are susceptible to bleed are not so bad. They're really not... It doesn't feel that different to the regular difficulty. But anybody who's like undead and isn't susceptible to bleed or poison, it can take such a long time to unfriend them. Right, so let's harvest this guy with a tool from my friendo. Come on, Doom friendo. Hurry up. He's like, oh, I was daydreaming about what I was going to eat today. That's how he speaks. Let's use our pickaxe. Ideally, I want to get Ica from him, but the main thing I want is a skeleton key so I can loot a legendary chest. There we go. There we go. Bit of chitin on the floor. So I got a tiny bit of Ica, but the most important thing is I did get a skeleton key, which is going to mean I get another chest access. Alright, he's healed up already. He doesn't have a huge amount of health, so it doesn't take a huge amount of time for him to heal up, which is kind of cool. Let's just get some heals crafting. And I do have spare gruel just because I want to kind of top his up, because he's going to chew through it quite a lot. There we go. He's going to help himself to his potions. Alright, to the Unnamed City. So the main goal is to go around the Unnamed City, unfriend the bosses. I'd like to pick up some free fragments of power that you can pick up, and I'll show you the points where I like to pick those up. There's a bunch of, a bit like Seppa Maru, where there are chests dotted around on the rooftops. In the Unnamed City, there are fragments of power dotted around in random places. Some of them at ground level, some you need to climb, some you have to climb in like a corrupted area. Okay, I should be pointing here. Some of them you need to climb like in a corrupted area, so I don't really bother with that. I hate being corrupted. If you have a dancer with you or something like that, and you just feel like climbing, maybe wear the climbing boots and gloves or something like that, have a bunch of stamina, climb around to your heart's content, and you can find a bunch of fragments of power. There are some old videos on YouTube which will probably still be completely up to date, not mine, other people's, which will show you all the fragment of power locations at the Unnamed City. But I only like to get the ones on my kind of particular route. So there you go.
Spleen63 just subscribed with Prime.
Hello, Grail, my dear. Hello, hello. Spleen, thank you so much for the Prime. Welcome in. Thank you so much. He must be related to Carty, I know. I like the progression speed. Yeah, me too, Scott. It's perfect, I think. Next camel name should be Humpty Dumpty. 2 camels, 1 name Humpty, 1 Dumpty. But we have a soft spot for Doombringer. I mean, it has to be Doombringer now. When it comes to understanding settings in games, like, I'm like that old person asking the grand kiddie how to program the VCR. Now that I'm thinking about it, saying VCR makes me say it does a bit, yeah. Yeah, it does. I did use the word VHS the other day, and I was like, yeah, should stop talking now. So we want to kill all the bosses. We're going to kill all the bosses. I'll show you the loot that they drop, and I'll tell you kind of the main, the best loot that you can get from each of them, really. And I'll explain kind of the loot tables and whatnot. I'm not going to tell you every single thing that they drop, but I'll tell you the best things. We also want to unfriend the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers, because they usually guard mini bosses, and they will drop or have a chance to drop pieces of their armor, which is the Silent Legion. So we are near one mini boss over here, aren't we, peeps? I might miss something out. If I miss something out, please feel free to type it in the chat, people. Here we go. So this is quite a tough thing to do early on, especially if you're not in like full armor like we are with a legendary axe. This is the Battle Axe of the Berserkers. I got it from a legendary chest. 64 to 70 damage. No armor pen. I could put a mod on it if I hadn't used it already, but it sunders enemies, which is wonderful because it means that it reduces the armor. I have the Grim Daggers, the White Blade, which I mentioned adds this Spectre coating on undead enemies, like a tick damage. But he's going to be my like main source of damage. Doombring, you see, immediately shielding me with his meaty body. There we go. So this lady might drop a piece of the clothing that she's wearing, which is really nice armor, looks very good, and it's the best armor you can loot, in my opinion. You can get armor from like the Sobek cave near the jungle. Ooh. Which it gives you health and stuff like that, but I prefer like heavy armor. Basically, look at this first kill. We get armor of 385, and it buffs our strength weapon damage. Heart of a Hero we want to keep, because when we consume that, we can right click on it. It lasts for 40 minutes, so bear that in mind. It does have a decay timer. When we consume that, it'll clear all the corruption that we have. So our Cimmerian Steel Pauldron gives us 350 armor, and this gives us 385, and it also buffs our strength, which is going to be kind of nice. And it looks gorgeous as well. It's really lovely. We will get the recipe for crafting this from going to the Black Keep dungeon a bit later on, which is over the Bridge of Betrayal, over here at the ruins of Zulan, or whatever the hell it's called. The Black Keep is over here, and we will get the recipe for this kind of Silent Legion armor. Look at it. He's just absolutely destroyed everybody. He's like, I don't know what happened. I just fell over and I felt kind of sick. And then they fell over. I don't know what happens. This happens when I run around. I don't know how it does. This guy didn't even notice his entire team getting bludgeoned to death. Love me an axe, honestly. Okay, so we definitely take aloe and stuff like that. Doom Friendo can take the armor that I'm taking off as we go around and whatnot. All right, so let's begin our tour of the Unknown City. All right. VHS is still okay. If you said Betamax, then you're old. Sorry, Betamax. I don't know if was that a thing in Britain, Betamax? I don't know. You were just about to say that. Great minds, yeah. VHS. How about Betamax tapes? Hello, Ratted Crash. Yes, there is news. Yes, all the news is covered in that short that I posted. Do you remember shielding me? Yes, I know. What a turn of phrase. Which do you prefer, standard game or Sipter? I do think Sipter is beautiful. I love it a lot. I think it's great for building, particularly because there's a lot of space and things like that. But the Exiled Lands is like my home, you know? So I have like a special, like, I know the Exiled Lands so well. And I just really love it, honestly. So the first boss on our tour is going to be the Brute. I think this is a decent first boss to fight in the Unnamed City because he's by himself. There's usually not any skeletons around him. It is a lot easier to do if you have somebody to tank for you, which our Berserker is going to do. This guy has a fantastic loot table. He drops the Predatory Blade, which is a one-handed, left-click only, one-handed strength-based sword. Fantastic. If you want to do strength build, or certainly just even early game, even if you plan to change to agility later, you can't go wrong with the Predatory Blade. Just remember that you have to do left clicks. What else was I going to tell you about that? We could use our White Blade on him, so you can see the debuff. He also drops the Gauntlets of the Brute, which give you stamina. He drops the Helm of the Brute, which gives you strength buff, but it is medium armor, so are the Gauntlets. He also drops the shank blades, is it? Is it the shank? And all the bosses here, this type of boss, will drop a fragment of power and some kind of repair kit, like weapon or armor repair kit, Grandmaster weapon or armor repair kits. They all now will drop a legendary piece of armor or a legendary weapon without fail. There we go. So there you go. I love this. Helm of the Brute. This is one of my favourite pieces of armor, like legendary armor. It gives you 6 strength points, which is very high. It gives you 143 armor. It's medium. There you go. I'm not going to take these. If you're going to craft a medium armor, end game armor, take these with you. I just hate picking stuff up. I'll take the obsidian. Why not? I think his like harvesting drops is like crap. Weathered skulls, bone, demon blood. Okay. I don't know if they've changed that or improved that over the years. I have a feeling he used to drop just putrid meat or something. But that's like actually helpful, honestly. Weathered skulls we need for sorcery. Bones we can use for a bunch of different things, including crafting these glowing stick torches. I'm going to put any drops that I get on Doom Friendo. But this axe is kind of perfect for the Unnamed City, honestly. If you put a Spectre coating on this, I don't know if you can actually, but if you can put a Spectre coating on that and also get the debuff that you get on the white blades, then that's really good. But the fact that it sunders enemies is perfect for the Unnamed City, and then you'll see when we fight skeletons, like hordes of skeletons, it's really good for crowd control. Okay, so I don't really need the bones, honestly. I don't need the fur, we can get that. Right, onwards, friendos. So, this is kind of a perfect place to start. I've got to try and remind myself we're going to unfriend all the mini-bosses. So the first fragment of power that I usually go for is up here. I'm quite lazy about the fragments of power, so don't expect millions of them on my route. Just like a few that I pick up that's just on the way. But I don't consider it to be necessary to kind of climb around and loot all the ones on all the high places, because you will get a fragment of power from every single boss that you unfriend. There are a couple of bosses here that don't drop weapons or armor, and they don't drop, I don't think they drop fragments either. One of them is the green dragon, which we're going to see over there, which we'll fight anyway, just to kind of see the loot drops. There is a world boss snake here, which doesn't drop anything unusual other than just world boss loot, which is like a hardened steel weapon with a variable debuff, and a skeleton key. There's obviously the scorpion that we fought first, which is just a world boss. Okay, so there can be a fragment of power here. There isn't right now. Shall I mark the fragments for like future? What mark should we do? Should we do like a box? No, that's gonna be confusing. I guess I'll do that symbol, little like ore symbol. That is the Red Mother dragon. We're going to go fight her now. I'm not going to approach from that way. How am I going to drop down here? I don't usually go this way. This is how I'm going. Are we going to die? No. Beautiful. So quite often I fight the Red Mother solo. Shall I do it solo, friendos? Type 1 if you want me to do it solo, or type 2 if you want me to use the Berserker. What do you want to see? Shoot, back in 1984, I was stationed in Yokosuka, Japan, and saw a Blu-ray disc and was like, what is this? But did Blu-ray discs go back as far as 1984? No, surely not. Name City, your guide. Over here is a bat boss. We're walking, we're slaying. Yeah, hands inside the vehicle, people. Keep building a base in this playthrough, so I've missed a lot. We will do, yes. I've only built like a basic flotsam box, just to kind of house us and be a bit safe, but I'm going to build in the water with our Gossian, probably. One with a severed arm. We've got 2 for 1, 3 for 1, and then 1 for 2. Okay, I'll do it solo. 84, 85-ish on the Blu-rays. Is that how long they've been out? Is it? I wish the Exiled Lands looked as beautiful as Sipta, and Sipta had the content of the Exiled Lands, or at least they brought back transfers of my doggos. Yeah, I think that's a fair appraisal of it, actually. I think Sipta feels, it feels like such a big map. There's a lot of expanse on it, and you really need teleportatory stones to travel around. You kids with your modern technology, I'm sticking with my zoetrope. Oh my gosh. You bought a Purple Rain movie on it. I had no idea they were out they've been out that long, honestly. Okay. So, I think we're going to just get them to not follow. Wait. Stop following. Stop following. And I'm going to use daggers. So, I didn't bring spare daggers, but I should be alright. Okay. What time of day is it, people? Now, this is barbaric difficulty. Now, I was a one-shot to Seth the Drunk in the Wine Cellar Dungeon. I've got absolutely no idea how much damage she's going to do to me here. I haven't got a bedroll down it, but I do live fairly nearby, I guess. These are my attributes. Currently, I have like 400 health. Please don't kill me, lady. Let me have one last sip of coffee before I die. What way to find out? I do usually solo her, but I don't know how much of a one-hit I am. Even with, like... Let's see what my damage mitigation is right now. 69%. Alright, I'm going in, people. Roll into the fire. Okay. Okay, tail whip. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I gotta get into my rhythm. Oh, there's my first hit. So I'm not on one hit, which you just take a lot of my health. Okay, there's the fire. Let me get my health up. Okay. Tail whip. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Gotta manage my stamina. Okay. Not hitting her right now because I'm inside a chest. Not hitting her. Let's get our stamina back up again. I got it. The debuff is absolutely awful, isn't it? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Gotta get our stamina back. I miss the days when I could dodge so much more than this. But I'm running out my stamina is a bad thing. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we ran out of stamina. Gotta get that back so we can dodge. This is the worst thing about this fight now. It's just waiting for stamina regeneration. Let me get my decent amount of stamina back. Okay, lady. Okay. Okay. I could try and get to a 20 stack of bleed on her and just keep it there. If I could actually hit her. No point running away. 1, 2, 3. Okay, no deep, no like, yeah, we're definitely killable now. Okay, I'm gonna get my stamina back up again. I just need my stamina. It is quite early on, to be fair. I haven't got a lot of points in grit. Okay, let's get our health up. Oh, madam. If I had my druthers, I would absolutely have the stamina back the way it was before they nerfed it. Or nerfed us. Oh, yeah. Okay, definitely killable. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Okay. It'd be nice if, like in Valheim, we could just drink a potion and just fill our stamina. Ready? 1, 2, 3. She didn't run out of stamina that time. Just gonna try and get my stamina up. Bum, 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 bum. Glad I've got a part of a hero in my inventory so I can clear my corruption after this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Get stamina up. Some damage in. Ready? 1, 2. Oh shit. Oh shit, 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 shit. Get ready for the hit. Oh yeah. Oh god. We missed it. She missed us. 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 I was convinced we were gonna die then. I gotta heal. Drink.
Don't swear.
Factual.
Swear.
Factually correct. I've never sworn in my life before. I thought we were gonna die. Get stamina up, get stamina up. Ready? 1. I was too early. 2, 3. I was too early. I was too early. I was too early. Okay, drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Stamina up. Stamina up. Ooh. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Get stamina up. Come on now, lady. Have a little sleep. Time to sleep. Time to sleep. Time to sleep, yeah. Woohoo! Okay. Nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking. We did it. We did it. We did it. Oh gosh, people. So it was Laserdisc, not Blu-ray. I see. That makes sense. What if we got nerfed because some people can beat early spider bosses with nothing but stone daggers? Hello, Thriller. I don't know what you're talking about. Who could that possibly be? I used to spend many hours of recording my vinyl into the PC, then moving all the pops and crackles, and decided it was simpler to just place more CDs. Ah, vinyl is something very lovely about vinyl, isn't there? There's like a warmth to vinyl. I do have some old vinyl records that were owned by like a grandparent, and there's something wonderful about like old jazz records. They're so lovely. There we go. Oh, I've only just discovered wonderful dog pets on September. Ah. Yes. Right. So we unfriended the Red Mother. So she's dropped one of the repair kits. We got a weapon repair kit. She's dropped a fragment of power. She dropped a legendary piece of armor. This is the God Eye. This is a light heavy. Light heavy. This is a light head kind of piece of armor, which gives us 6 strength weapon damage. Very cool. Nice to put on a dancer or something. Now we're going to harvest her because she drops really, really good loot. Right. Let me drink some water first. Really, really good loot. I will take this as well. She drops volatile glands. She drops demon blood. She drops dragon bones, dragon horns, cooked leather, exotic flesh, and brimstone. You definitely want to keep all the dragon bones and horns because we're going to learn a recipe from this sinkhole that will give us really, really, really good strength buffing, which we'll put on our fighter, if not ourselves. So let me get these guys following me again. We're not going to use our... I guess we could eat the Heart of a Hero because we're going to unfriend another mini-boss. What else do we want to do? There are some, like, small dragons around here. If you want some cooked leather early game and you don't want to make a tannery and stuff like that and you just kind of... You're more of a fighter than a crafter, then you can fight these, like, little guys and they will also drop cooked leather. I think there is a... Isn't there a blood crystal golem around here? There he is. Blood crystal golem. So I'm going to deal with the... I'll deal with the little baby dragon. You can't have these as pets, unfortunately. Which is a real shame. Unless you have a mod. I'm sure there are mods for it. Okay. My berserker dealt with the blood crystal golem. We'll harvest him in a second. Nice job. Good job, good job. So we'll harvest this fella. Go. There you go. Cooked leather, dragon bones, and all the... A lot of the stuff that the Red Mother drops. These volatile glands that she drops. She gave us only 4. Interesting. These volatile glands we can use for explosives later on. You can make a trophy out of this and you can put it on your building. It's huge. So kind of bragging rights is kind of cool. But we want to keep dragon horns. We want to keep dragon bones. Definitely. We're going to harvest this guy. This guy drops blood crystal, which you can use to craft golems, which are like followers that will harvest or fight for you, that you construct, and they can't be kind of healed or anything like that, but they have a lot of HP and you can pick up bits around the map. You've got to speak to a dude up by Mech Moses' area at the savannah up here. We haven't been there yet. In what, G7 or whatever up here. You could go speak to somebody, Master Carver Huang, I think is called, and then you can learn how to make golems or whatever they're called. There you go. Let me just clear my corruption before we fight these next people, because we're going to get another heart from them. There you go, and all my corruption is gone just in one bite. Okay. Beautiful. I'm going to get Doom Friendo to carry the leather and the dragon bones. And we're walking, we're on the tour, we're walking. Excuse me. I command thee. Just standing there having a chat. Harvesting rates look to be lower on Barbaric as expected. They are... Oh, maybe it's harvesting rates, Kevin. I didn't think about that affecting creatures, but you're right there. Harvesting rates on Barbaric are 0.8. I've changed them to 1. But normally I do play on 2 times. Maybe that's it. First time catching you playing Conan live. Follow on YouTube since a couple of weeks ago. I have watched all videos. They help me a lot. All my videos exited out. I have so many videos, by the way. That's not... It's just... Sorry, I'm being a pedant. Helped me a lot as I played Conan the first time in single player on my own. Congrats and kill. Thank you so much for watching, honestly. Thank you. Very nice of you. Welcome to Conan. Great. It is a great game, definitely. Played before people who need the game and I focused on building, so doing it on my own is a challenge, but yeah, it's really fun. It's such a great adventure. It's my siege tower under the aqueduct for purge battles. It's a light heavy, precisely universal armor set with armor rating, which is exactly not quite 42 perhaps. Yeah, it would be 42, wouldn't it? Bloody Kalendros. Right, let's get leather and dragon bones in there. We'll put the God Eye in there as well. We can keep the witchfire powder. Witchfire you can use to craft witchfire torches, which are gorgeous, especially if you are... I'm going to drop stone wood, especially if you're using the black ice building set. Witchfire torches look really, really good for that. Top tip. Okay, so let's go fight a mini boss and some more relic hunters. See if we can get another piece of this Silent Legion armor. It isn't snake related. Okay. I also have some points to spend. Let's put some points of vitality at this point. Here we go. I don't know if I'm going to do agility. Maybe we'll do strength on this playthrough. I don't know. I like to kind of, keep myself guessing about what I'm going to do. Maybe we'll end up doing agility. Don't know. Normally I don't use a follower that much. I don't know. So I like to do all the damage, but it is quite nice having a follower when everybody hurts so much in Barbaric and has so much health. Look at this. The crowd control with an axe is just so freaking good. Never mind the sunder and the bleed. There we go. Beautiful with this particular one. So, oh my... Okay, we got another chest piece that buffs strength. I'm actually going to put that one on my follow-up. We also got salted pork, which is a strength buffing item, food, which means I can double buff my follower's strength. We'll take the Heart of a Hero, take the repair kit. Wonderful. We could harvest her for, like, hide, but otherwise she's just human. Marvellous. So normally, he's just having a lie down in the sunshine. He'll be right in a minute. He'll just rub a bit of dirt on it. We'll take these gold and silver coins from the back here. I'm not going to use the Heart of a Hero that I've just picked up immediately. Usually I do the full tour of the Unnamed City and then I consume it just to clear everything before I leave. If you're going to be doing multiple rounds of the Unnamed City, which lots of people do, then you just might want to eat one every time you kind of get to the end of a circuit, basically, so you don't end up with more and more corruption, which will reduce your HP and your stamina. So let's put this on to our friendo. Come on now. You got one job, people. Dun, dun, dun. This is going to buff his strength. He already does a lot of damage. So he's going to lose 20 health. He's going to gain a tiny bit of armor, but he's going to gain damage. There we go. Beautiful. We're also going to give him... So he's already buffed... There you go. We topped up his buff with his pork himself. So you can see now he's got the 25% strength weapon damage buff from the just cooked pork rinds, which is just pork in a fire, cooked like that. And then he's also got the 15% strength weapon damage buff from the salted pork. I could also give him a potion buff as well. So if I had an elixir of might, a black lotus potion, or anything else that gives like a strength buff from a potion form, not alcohol, then he would have a triple buff. Oh, he also got fit as his first perk, which is great. Nice. Perfect. It's all going swimmingly. Let me put his spare armor in Doom Friendo, because we'll use these for our friends at home. So, onwards on the tour. So we fought another mini-boss. We're now going to go fight a white boss, W-I-G-H-T boss, who has a really good loot table. Whenever you see skeleton bosses, regardless of like their general appearance and their name, they share a loot table. And they have really good loot drops, including the Festering Axe, which is a poisoning axe that I used to just adore. I don't want to get corrupted by them, even though I do have a Heart of a Hero, and I'm going to get more. It's doing great work. I just want to pick up advanced tool upgrade kits. The white boss is like over there. They also drop Sword of Crom, these skeleton bosses, which used to be like the weapon that you needed to get for your follower. But it's been nerfed a bunch of times, and it's still like, what is it, current state, fine, but nothing special anymore. I miss that. I miss it being like, yeah, I got the Sword of Crom. That was my goal, But they drop a bunch of really good stuff as well. I didn't talk about the loot table from the Red Mother. My favourite things from the Red Mother are Reach of the Red Mother bow, which is very, very good. Good damage, good armor pen. Probably still the best bow in the game that you can just get, like, regular stuff from this map. She drops the dragon scale helm, which is my singular favourite legendary armour piece that you can get in Conan Exiles on the Exiled Lands. Obviously, Sipta has different stuff, although she is also on Sipta. The dragon scale helm gives you a huge amount of cold protection and a huge amount of heat protection. So if you just put an armor reduction kit on that, which we'll cover later, but it's a mod that reduces the weight of an item, put it in your camel or whatever, just like your carry thingy, or just carry it with you on your person, and then you can equip it if you go into the volcano. You can equip it if you go into the coldest areas on the map. You'll always be fine, regardless of what armor you're wearing. It is wonderful. It's so helpful, the dragon scale helm. So yeah, Final Breath of Red Mother is a torch that she drops as well, which has like a week durability on it, like a full week. So this will last like 20 minutes, for example. Like a regular torch will last like 20 minutes, and I think it's 20. Is it 20 or is it 30 on these? I think it's 20 on all these. I just happen to have used all of them a little bit, which is kind of funny. So yeah, regular torches are like 20 minutes. The Final Breath of the Red Mother is kind of blue and very, very bright and lasts for like a full week. So you could stand here for an entire week or 10 days IRL, and it'll just like last the whole time. I think it's 1 week rather than 10 days. There you go. What else does she drop that I care about, people? She also drops the axes, doesn't she? Which I don't really care about. But yeah, so those are the main things that I really like from her. So yeah, so this guy is a skeleton boss, and he drops the same things as everybody in the skeleton loot table drops. Sword of Crumb, Festering Axe. There's a dancer's like chest piece, which looks like the Zamorian dancer's chest piece that buffs strength, if I remember correctly. What else do we want from these people? I'll tell you when we see stuff anyway. There you go. But yeah, Festering... Oh, the Quake Sword. What do you call it? Mace. Really good mace for a follower. There you go. There we go. Wish they had a one-handed agility axe. I agree. I always use agility, but I fell in love with the axe. So this playthrough doing strength. Yeah, the axes are just so good. The only thing for me about axes is I feel like when you're just running around the map, you do more hits on an enemy than you would with other weapons. That's my kind of personal idea about it. So the Festering one, which can take a lot of kills to get because you have to unfriend skeleton bosses multiple times. They have a chance to drop it, but it can take quite a lot of kills, like a lot of kills, maybe like a full playthrough to try to get the Festering Axe. And then because you can't repair it now, because they changed it a while ago, where you can't repair legendaries at all, then I'm like, it makes me sad. I don't want to use the Festering one because I don't want to, like, I used to run around using it all the time. Because you could still use it in the Unnamed City because it was still an axe, which is still helpful. And then on flesh creatures, it would poison and it would do bleed when you finished your combo. So this is the white boss. Oh wait, we didn't fight the white boss, did we? We just fought a skeleton. I just got confused because I was yapping too much. There you go. So this is the white boss. We'll see what he drops for us. I don't remember what else he drops. I think he might drop that sword.
The bright joy of slaying. Die, outsider!
These skeleton guys, they really don't like get interrupted when you hit them. It's almost as if you're not there. Apart from the fact that he's been crippled by my weapon, which slows him down, and sundered, obviously. And he is taking damage, obviously. But this axe might be like one of my favourite things to use in the Unnamed City. It's a really great find. Look how quickly we're dealing with him, though. Amazing. There you go. One of the other pieces. Does he also drop the helm? That is basically a sandstorm breathing mask. I think he does, doesn't he? The commander's helmet. I think he does. So he drops this chest piece, which is 250 armor for a medium chest piece, which is great. Gives you 60 health. Looks very nice. I think he also drops the commander's helm, which is a very nice looking sandstorm breathing mask, and good for poison and stuff like that as well. So you can use it as shattered springs against noxious gas. and in the Terrace of the Tenders in the volcano to defend against the gas as well, which is up here. This blob is a volcano. And also Shatter Springs over here where there's loads of brimstone, so it's a good idea to go into that. We're going to harvest him, I suppose. Featured meat. Did somebody tell me to use a knife on these guys? To get, where's Doomfriendo? Doomfriendo. I don't know if I'm going to keep the commander's chest piece because I don't know if I'm going to use it. Somebody said to me to use a knife on these guys. Is he sliding? Did he slide or was it just a visual bug? Could you F off, mate? Cheers. Look that. So I moved. Move. Thank you. So usually I'm going to clear some stuff from my inventory. If you have a problem where you're trying to harvest something and you're not interacting, just if you do a dodge roll. Okay, is it just because it's... There we go, witchfire powder. Yeah. Okay, so using a knife, I think, isn't it, people? Good tip, that. We're going to get demon blood from a bunch of people. I'm just going to get rid of the things that don't weigh very much. I don't really care about the silver stone, but we can put that in a furnace and cook it. Turn it into silver bars. We could also turn it into silver coins. We could spend those at the market at Steppe and Maru. And the gold, you can obviously use gold coins to hire people at your tavern, if you have a tavern, which we haven't covered yet. Okay, so now what I usually do on my tour, I usually go to one of these, the final boot on this thingy over here, which is this one here. I always call this like a boot because it looks like a boot to me. And then I usually loot the Grandmaster weapon or armor repair kit that can be in the chest that's hiding in that boot. So we're going to do that on this kind of tour, and then we're going to continue on to fight the next boss, which is probably going to be the green dragon. We go. We're walking. Legendary items can't be repaired. Nope. Nope is... so let's climb up here. I forgot about those of the recipe. For them, never thought about using them. It is I Leclerc. Anyone handed agility axe? I think it was a whirlwind blade. Learned about them in the library. Yeah, two-handed situation though, isn't it? Did they change anything about agility weapons? Used to enjoy them too, but playing now more went to strength weapons. Agility weapons, if you've only been playing recently, then I don't think they've really changed agility weapons that much. Stamina is you know, worse than it used to be, which is a bit of a pain. You want to be dodging a lot. Okay, so we got a legendary... they used to be called legendary, so I get confused. We got a Grandmaster weapon repair kit. We got some Frostlotus powder. We could take that if we wanted that for making Frostlotus potions. Or I think the Elixir of Numbing as well, which is a encumbrance potion. It also uses Frostlotus potion. I just don't make that anymore. I used to always run around with a full set of buffs active all the time, because you used to be able to have like every single buff active at the same time. So you'd be running around with like the left side of my screen would have like a list of buffs really long. It's kind of funny. I really feel like since we got this guy, we're just leveling up so much quicker because he's constantly killing people in a video game, YouTube. Okay, so we're picking up the heavy padding, which is such a good drop, and any like alchemic like flowers and things like that, which are really handy for when we do a bit of alchemy. I haven't even made a fireball cauldron yet or an alchemist bench, but we will do. Oh, it's the general stuff. I'm not going to take that. If you just want to make non-epic heavy armor, which is the only level of heavy armor you can make at level 43, then by all means keep it, but I'm going to drop it.
Kevin _H __ tipped £50.
Kevin!
I do.
I
want to.
Thank you so much, Kevin. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Goodness me. Thank you so much. Stopped legendaries being repairable to encourage players to go back into the dungeons to get them. Yeah, that's it. But when it comes to this place, certain things you get more often than others. I mean, I feel like because the brute has his own loot table, you're more likely to get multiple predatory blades on one playthrough, whereas because there's a decent sized loot table for the skeleton bosses, you've got to kill more of them, I feel like, to get multiple festering ones. I mean, maybe your experience is different. If you've been playing kind of for a long time, you like loot the unnamed city a lot. Do you have loads of festering ones that you use and you're always fine? I mean, I guess it would mean you had to just constantly every day be fighting skeleton bosses, I feel like, because I could use festering one axe in like one session. Honestly, if I just go around fighting everything with the same weapon. So this is the green dragon. I usually don't fight the green dragon because the green dragon is not a world boss, so doesn't drop a skeleton key and doesn't have a armor or weapon loot table. So he drops the same gear as a world boss, like a hardened steel weapon and stuff like that, without dropping a skeleton key. And the only thing really you can get from him that's unique is his head, if you want to kind of use it as a display kind of item. Let's harvest this creature here. So normally I skip the green dragon, but we'll fight him today. I mean, you can obviously get dragon bones and stuff like that, so it's cool, whatever, cool, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm interested in is legendaries, right, when I come here. Now, I could also eat a salted pork, which I'm failing to do here. There you go, give myself a little strength buff. Let's fight this dragon. I'm going to use my follower for this one. He does have a different attack pattern than the Red Mother. And at least he is a flesh creature, so you can poison and bleed him. I'm going to let my follower take the brunt of his damage, because he's my tank. So he doesn't breathe fire, or she, who knows. But he does that stompy situation. And he does like a head punch. Could you sit? This is a one at a time situation here. This is tail whip. We craft some of these. Zook is super happy. He just loves to kill stuff. My follower is stuck in textures right now. Oh, okay. I genuinely didn't think you were going to hit me then for some reason. Okay, so I'm going to maybe try and get my follower to get just to move. There you go. Just so he's got a bit more freedom. Oh, he's... Okay, he's fine. So one of the reasons I don't usually fight the green dragon is because whenever I've come to the unnamed city, I've always just been really farming like specific legendary items. So I just wouldn't have fought this guy because I'm already going to have plenty of dragon bones and things like that. So I don't really care about the stuff that he drops. You know what I mean? There we go. He's dead. So you can see this is like a world boss loot table, but he doesn't drop a skeleton key. I feel like this is a mistake and that they should change it. But he does drop volatile glands in spite of not breathing fire, which is kind of cool. Guess we'll take this. But this is just like regular world boss stuff, but he doesn't give you a skeleton key. So there's the head. I'm going to drop it on the ground because I don't care about it. Keep the dragon bones, keep the demon blood, keep the horns as well. Marvellous. And we're walking. Oh, he does... sometimes there is a fragment of power here. So this is usually on my route. So I would normally pass down here. And I think here, if I remember correctly, it's been a minute, there can be a fragment of power. They spawn kind of randomly throughout the course of a day on whatever server you're on. So if I come back later, there might be one here, basically. So there you go. I might... I've run out of, like, my... daggers quite quickly, haven't I? We don't live very far from here. I got a couple of choices with these daggers. I can just use them until they run out and then I can just drop them on the ground. Or I could keep them and bear in mind that if I put them on a follower, they'll never run out entirely of their durability. So that's an option. Now, normally I don't go this way, but because we're going to try and fight all the world bosses, all the mini bosses, sorry, for this Silent Legion armor, we're going to run this direction to fight these guys, and then also some more guys over there on our way to the Bat Boss, which is the next boss I usually fight. Alright, I should show you where these things are on the map, shouldn't I? This is where we are. You send my Zerker in first. Go on, buddy. Doombringer, look at him, so brave. I'll get them! I'll get them! I shall bring my farts. Marvellous. So we'll deal with the relic hunters. I'm interested how much damage they do when we've got this amount of armor. Okay. So there's another dude over here. And then there's another dude there, and then there's the mini boss. It's quite a tough area. I wouldn't bother with the Silent Legion if it weren't for the fact that I have a berserker, basically. If I was doing my barbaric permadeath, I just wouldn't bother. I just stick with this Sumerian steel. Oh, I got some boots, which should buff encumbrance. Yeah, carry capacity. Love that for me. Okay, so instead of 20 health, I'm going to have 15 carry capacity, and they give me a tiny bit more armor. So let's equip those. Marvellous. And I can use my Grandmaster repair kits to repair this armor. Bear in mind that when you repair something with the repair kits, there's a chance to lose durability. So there you go. Right, let's go to the next friendos. We're doing quite well for the drops here, actually. Quite pleased. Always miss this area in my run through the... Yeah, I always miss it out. It's intentionally, though. Skeleton key is to loot legendary chests, which are in dungeons, usually at the end after the boss. But there's a couple of caves where you can also get skeleton... where there's legendary chests as well. One of them is Skittering Cavern here, and there's another cave along here as well. Another spider cave where you can also loot them. So now we're running to the next Silent Legion lootable person. And they're near here, aren't they? Let me just make sure I'm watered and fed and stuff. Hi there, friend. Come on, Zerky. Ba-dum-bum. So if this is the location, I had thought it was over there actually. Alright, so another mini boss that drops Silent Legion armor pieces and surrounded by some relic hunter treasure seekers. Early game, I really think humans are the most dangerous enemies, because even the exiles on Noob River will unfriend you super quickly.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life. The joy of slaying.
I will cut your heart out. Sense will grant me cunning.
Good job, buddy. Just the axe is just so powerful against groups. So good. Thank you for the guides playthroughs. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Okay, thank you. Oh, we got another chest piece and another pair of boots. What is this nonsense? So I can't increase the carry capacity of my follower with a pair of boots, unfortunately. Look at him just guarding his prey. He's like, look, I did it. He's like a hunting dog or something, isn't he? What's the difference in armor here? So 100, 100. It's not worth it for that. I'd rather he had the HP from these. Marvellous. How's the chest for durability? 389, 600. We're going to wear that one instead. We will repair it. We'll keep these items. So let me take these all and we'll do order of priority. I don't want the commander's chest piece. I'm sorry if that's triggering to you, but I don't want it. Keep that. we go. I just periodically I like to just like take everything, sort it by weights, and then put it back on basically. So let's fight the bat boss now, who is guarded by these bats. Dun, 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 dun. I also got an attribute point. I'm going to put it in vitality. Wait, did I get 2? I got 2. Marvellous. I'm definitely going to be aiming for max vitality in this playthrough. I don't think I'm going to go for steel food, which is one of the perks you can get for max grit. But for fighting things like Seth the Drunk in the wine cellar dungeon, steel food would be perfect because he can't one-shot us then. He can never take more than 33% of our health in one hit. But so, you know, for kind of some solo situation like that, I might want to consider it. But I think I just prefer Glutton for Punishment, which is a max vitality perk for this kind of stuff, just to have a bit more survivability. Hey, but we'll go through that when we get to it. Okay, so the bat boss drops my favourite, one of my absolute favourite weapons in the game, which is the Riptide Spear. Because it gives you infinite underwater breathing. He's also very friendly. Look at him. He's incredibly, like, he just greets us. Can I get you out over here? So I like to kite him over to this area over here where there's no corruption. Doesn't matter a huge amount if I've been unfriending all of the mini bosses. Can you come over here, please? Thank you. Everybody form a little lick you. He's a flesh creature, so you can poison him and bleed him, which is great. You can also sunder him and everything else. He's not super difficult to fight, especially if you dodge him. His attacks. You will sunder with that attack there. Like, nicely demonstrated, thank you, sir.
Kevin_H_ gifted a tier 1 subscription to Sammy_.
Thank you so much,
Queen.
Kevin. Thank you for the gifted sub. So yeah, so the Riptide Spear is like my number 1 favourite thing that he drops. He also drops Vermin Hide pants and boots, which I like the look of. They buff agility, but I don't really bother with them for like their stats. You are freaking kidding me. You are kidding me, people. You're kidding me. So he used to... So the bosses in the Enemy City, quick bit of history, didn't used to drop a legendary piece of armor or weapon every single time you killed them. They just had a chance to. So this place was way more of a grind than it used to be. And I have spent so many hours in this place farming the weapons that I like, because I've done so many like playthroughs all the way through the game, like even before I started streaming and making content on the game. So getting the Riptide Spear would take so long. Then they updated it so that all of the bosses in the Enemy City would drop a legendary weapon or armor piece every single time you killed one. It was a chance to get a armor or weapon. It would always be one or the other. But this guy was the exception, and then they fixed it a couple of my playthroughs ago, and now he drops armor or a weapon every single time, which means it's much easier to get the Riptide Spear. But this is still like a really fun, like wonderful thing to get first time we kill him. This is going to be particularly useful when we go to the Dagon dungeon, which is the underwater dungeon. So if I equip this, I'm going to be very careful here. See, I have water breathing. This is equivalent to drinking underwater breathing potions, which are blue potions you can loot from enemies at Buccaneer Bay over here on the map. You can also craft them as well, but this is like super good. Now I'm going to be very careful and just unequip it, because if you throw that by mistake, you'll lose it forever. I think most people here have done that at some point if they've been playing the game for a while, and it's incredibly upsetting and frustrating, especially because it can take a while to get that spear. So we're just going to put it somewhere safe in the house. We're not going to use it as a weapon at all. We're just going to use it for the underwater breathing. I love that. Super, super good. This guy you can harvest for demon blood, ? Yeah. Bat skin, feral flesh. Excellent. Marvellous. We're also going to loot his chest at the back, because there's some good stuff in the back, including some potions, which we like. Am I running out of water? Is that my last water? That is my last water. Okay. We also... It seems to always have a sickle in this box, which somebody in Twitch chat told me on my barbaric permadeath run. They see you can get steel sickle. Should I just switch my steel sickle for that? Let's just take that. So we got Valak Curative. This is a curative for poison. This gives us a stamina buff. Radium gems, you can make radium gem torches, which are really cool because they don't have an animation. So if you place those around your base, you can put a dye in them, like these dyes, in effect, like change the color. We can't craft them. I don't think we could probably craft them now, actually, but do I take them? I'll take them. Why not? There you go. Marvellous. Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. It's a good day, friendos. Riptide Spear, first time in the bat. I know, very nice, yeah. Thank you so much, Kevin. Really appreciate that. Oh, do something stupid and get a gift for it. 7 years I've never got that Riptide from the bat. Time to... You've never got the Riptide from the bat in 7 years? Kevin, I don't believe it. Seriously? How is that possible? Do you not farm the Unnamed City much? Because I have farmed the living bejeebus out of this place, honestly. What's going to be new in the upcoming update? If you watch my short, South, then you'll understand why I'm not really going to talk about that much. Because it's that basically they haven't said... And there's a playtest for some content, so it's not like it's not something that we know about yet. This is your lucky day. I'm finally here to smile upon, and I smile upon you all. Well, it is our lucky day. Thank you for being here. Is the tablet near the back chest lore only? All those, they're all lore only. Yes, that's it. Never. And you've killed the bat upwards of 100 times. Kevin, you are incredibly unlucky. That is insane. Wow. Crazy. 100 times and you've never got one. That is crazy. Did you ever play single player? Is it always on a server? I wonder if there's somebody who like just always gets one after you. That is absolutely insane. Yeah. With the NDA, maybe something more than an update. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Always on a server official on yours. Yeah, that's crazy like statistic, honestly, Kevin. But I suppose that's just one of those, yeah, bad RNG, really bad RNG. So I used to farm this place pretty much. So once I was really into this game, and I was on, like, by the time I was on a server I was on for a while, bear in mind I basically played this game like full time for like a couple of years, which is why I have 8,000 hours. I would just visit the Unnamed City, maybe do 1 or 2 rounds every single time that I played the game, every day, every session. So I've been around here a lot, and I did get the Riptide Spear. Usually at every point in a playthrough, usually in every playthrough at some point, I would get the Riptide Spear, but I would make it my business to get it. Just like getting the Sword of Crom, just like getting Festering Axe, things like that. I farmed the bejeebus out of this place, honestly. You have to make a dramatic entrance. Well, welcome. It's good to have you. Got my first Leonil. Do you mean Leonil? Last week after many playthroughs, and always looked for her. Really, I do get some people saying to me, I've seen your guides, and I just can't find Leonil. Have they taken her away from the spawn and stuff like that? And the answer is that is the standard experience. She is like super hard to get. If you're talking about Leonil from Mounds of the Dead, which I am right now anyway, so but yeah, she spawns here at Mounds of the Dead, and she's basically the dancer that's standing on the cliff, and it just can be Leonil, but she is hard to get, and the secret to getting her really is just to farm the heck out of that place, because you'll end up with a bunch of other really good crafters and fighters and things like that on the way, so it's not a bad kind of use of your time. I am a bit concerned about the fact that we don't have any food, water now. I don't have any food that gives me water. Both my water skins are empty. I do have a camel here, but he's no use really. So yeah, mind you, we're nearly finished on our little route round. We'll go to the archivist as well. I get my friendo in here. Now this like fight is one of the best reasons for using an axe in the Unnamed City, because of the crowd control, especially like this cripple here. But this like whip back, the ability to hit multiple enemies simultaneously, being swarmed by skeletons, is a really great way to get unfriended here. Saving my roll to get out of potential combos of an enemy. It's just so helpful. Okay. I can tank you. I'm just gonna calmly wait for my stamina to come back. There we go. If you panic and you keep spamming your attack key and you just never get your stamina back again, it's a great way to get unfriended. There is a... Oh, there's the boss. There we go. So he is has the same loot table as the other skeleton. Oh, we missed out the other skeleton boss that's over there. We're gonna have to go back. He's got the same loot table as all the skeleton bosses. So Festering One Axe, Sword of Crom, Quake, Mace. There are other things. I think Maelstrom as well, which is a two-handed hammer. So we've got two skeletons left to fight. So actually, maybe we'll go get some water and then we'll finish the tour. Just top up our water situation after we fight this guy, of course. He's like, don't finish partway through fighting me. I wish to unfriend you. The nice thing, I never mentioned actually, the nice thing about the Silent Legion armor is it also gives us more temperature resistance. Could you keep it down over there, please? They've changed the way this looks, haven't they? Yeah, so it's really good in the volcano, basically. Hey, what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Oh, Corrupted Axe. So in terms of this, it's always got the same skin. Same damage, but it doesn't sunder. It'll corrupt enemies, but... wait a second. So if it says corrupted, it'll corrupt enemies that you hit. So only really useful in PvP, where enemies can be corrupted. If it says cursed, if you swing the axe, you will become corrupted, which means I think about 40% of your health and stamina will become kind of purple and you won't be able to use it. I just pointed at the screen as if you could see it. So yeah, so corrupted is really only useful in like a PvP situation. Oh, you beautiful bar steward. This is like my favourite end game situation here. Wait, they put the pure mithril in here? What? So this sword is, how do I say this? Spoiler alert for quests. Like, skip ahead if you don't want to know this, for the companions. But when you finish the Freya quest, this is the weapon you get. You get the recipe for this. This is like a one-handed agility weapon. We are dizzy with thirst. We need to move. I didn't know that they'd put it in this box. That's so bizarre. That's crazy. But also the Star Metal Pickaxe is wonderful. Because we can use it on trees, we can use it on stones, ores, everything like that. And we'll get bark and branches. It's so good. It also means we can now harvest star metal. As long as we break the shells of the star metal. You can use cull resources using sorcery. Obviously, that's a thing. We haven't done anything with sorcery yet. I don't even know if we will on this playthrough. Over here, there is a fragment of power that can spawn. It's not always here. It isn't here right now. None of them have been. This is where we are. I'm moving on. Let's go get some water, and then we'll fight the skeleton boss up here. And we'll fight the skeleton boss who's up there. We have to have a little climb for. We'll also fight the snake. But we got to sort our water situation out. Because I'm on like 5%. So probably the easiest thing to do is to run to our oasis. And probably using Doombringer will be the fastest way to get there. Otherwise, I'm going to start taking damage from thirst. From dehydration. Doom, friendo. Rescue me, friendo. There we go. Let's go. We ride. Don't mind the moon flying through the sky. I have nighttime on as fast as possible. It's, you know, it's totally normal. Nothing to be alarmed about. So yeah, we're going to run to Muriela's Hope, where there is an oasis, which happens to be where we live as well. I have nighttime speed on uber fast just because I'm streaming and just because I don't want it to be dark when I'm kind of trying to show people stuff. All right, onwards, onwards. We've got to hurry up, otherwise we're going to start taking damage. There you go. Thirst has begun, people. Where Yeah, Leonel is really good as well, a dancing fighter. She's a dancer, but all the dancers can fight. I mean, crafters can fight as well. She just happens to be a really good fighter. Also, Oyvind Talltree is very good if you're into like the bold male kind of like versions. We're not... Where am I going here? Where shall we go, friendos? Shall we go to Shattered Springs? I think we're going to go to Shattered Springs, even though I'm going to take damage from the poison. I can drink the water there. But yeah, Leonel is my favourite dancer, really, because you can put some heavy armour on her, you can stick a strength weapon on her, like a good mace or something like that. Have her follow you around, and she'll survive quite well. She'll clear your corruption as you're moving around the map. I'm surprised I'm not taking more damage, actually. I don't think I've clicked on this obelisk. We should click on it as well. Let's just run to Shattered Springs. So, generally speaking, you need a sandstorm breathing mask to enter Shattered Springs. We're going to take damage from poison, noxious gas, as we run in there. But I'm going to take my chances and just spam some water so I can drink. Do 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 do. There we go. Water is full. Let me just get my friendo to deal with this guy. Excuse me. Excuse me. Rock noses nowadays, when you harvest them, they drop the same kind of materials that you get in the area that in which they kind of spawn. So you can get crystals. You should be able to... You get salt here. Some of them are yellow and kind of have kind of yellow, steamy, smoky stuff coming out of them. And those you can get brimstone out of them. So it's worth kind of harvesting. I mean, if you feel like it. So what do I want to get here? I want to fill my water. So we're going to run up to the water quickly. Put my reticle on the water. And then... There we go. Fill our waters up and get out of here so we don't get poisoned too much. Beautiful. So let's go back to the Unnamed City and finish our tour now that we've got our like hydration levels up. We've gassed ourselves a little. Sorcery potions, great addition to the game. Reroll them for the perks. Oh, so about Potion of Rebirth. Doombringers can't jump. They really can't jump, Charles, and it drives me crazy, honestly. She got agility perk and minus strength. Oh, you need to re-roll. Yeah, definitely worth re-rolling. There is that bald top guy, and there is my Leon who rocks that sassy 60 bolt all day. I'm not trying to knock your taste, okay? I'm not trying to knock your taste. I'm just saying I prefer Leonil. That's what I'm saying, friendo. This playthrough has been one of my luckiest so far. Also got momentum. First run through the dregs. Love that. I feel like our frames just went like so much better. Okay, so we got a couple of skeleton bosses left to fight in the Unnamed City. I also want to fight the snake boss, and I want to show the archives as well, which is quite important. So we'll get back to where we were before. Have I spent more points? Let's get more points in vitality. So I'm going to go for faster healer. I could choose resurgence. Receive a one-time healing effect when your health drops below 50%. Can be received again after being fully healed. I don't like that so much. I want faster healer. I just want to heal fast as possible when I'm in danger drinking a potion. I need some more potions here. Let me get some more going. And I bet he needs some as well. Excuse me, sir. Could you stop fighting everybody and their mother? Come on now. He's going to try and run back if his aggro range is too far, which it is. Could you get back here? Get back here. Get back here. Get back here. Stop. Okay, you can fight him if you want to. Go on then. Go on then. Do it. Go on, defend yourself. What are you doing? Nice. Excellent. He's always talking about Crom's balls. It's weird. Okay, so let's go there. Right. To the bosses. Doombringer can jump. He chooses not to. Well, that's even worse, Morden, honestly. Was died looting there today. Someone could have got up a sign that said the acid comes back. Oh, in the dregs. Yes, it does, definitely. Somebody said to me that it's when you click on the book But I don't remember. Maybe we tested that and it wasn't the book. I don't remember. Watch it later. Going to pick up my dog. Australian Shepherd now just needs a name. Ah, is it a new doggo? Oh, wonderful. Congratulations on that. Joy, your new pup. How lovely. Check your emails, Exiles. Just got my your selected for. Did you? Nice, nice. Wonderful. Try not to talk about stuff if you've signed an NDA, though, people. Remember a friend who wanted to swim there to look for sulfur. Yeah, I mean, that is the place to go to look for brimstone. 100% best place to get like the most in one kind of like sitting. As long as you have a sandstorm breathing mask, you're fine. And ideally with a friendo. Drake's acid is on a set time and not triggered by the book or chest. I thought we tested that at some point. Somebody said it's when you click on the book, but yeah, I thought we tested that. Thank you for clarifying that. That's helpful. It will be amusing if nothing else. Oh, friendo. Right, let's get this boss up here that we failed to kind of get on our way past. And then we've got a snake boss in there, and then we've got another, what's it called? Skeleton boss in that area over there. Then we'll do archives. Dun, da, da, da. There is also another red dragon that doesn't have a loot table, just like the green dragon. If I run out the right correct place, then we'll fight them as well, just for kind of completion's sake. But just like the green dragon, they don't really have anything interesting. It isn't the red mother I'm talking about here. Okay, so we're going to climb up here. This is where we are. We're climbing up this structure because there's a secret boss up here that I didn't know about for years, and nobody else I knew or talked to knew about it. And I think I just discovered it randomly. It felt kind of silly that I'd never seen him. The nice thing about it is if you're on a server it's busy and there's a lot of competition for legendaries, especially from like the skeleton bosses, then this is just another one that you can farm. So the dodging is rude. The dodging is rude. You're wasting my time. Well, no. Get him, Zerky. Oh, my Zerka just dodged. Just totally randomly. He rolled, but he remained in the radius of my combo, so it didn't help him that much. Ica is a good drop. I'm just going to leave it, though. We'll take flowers. Okay, so the boss is hiding around here. There we go. So I'm going to get him to pop over here by clicking on the ground. Could we fight over here, gentlemen, please? So that I don't get knocked off into oblivion. Over here.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life.
We haven't used the white blade at all, really. I keep forgetting. Just to add our debuff. Spectre coating.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life.
He's a bit of a wild one, this guy. I never lock on, by the way. I just prefer not to. I like it when I don't have to lock on in games. I want to be able to move around freely. But there are certain weapons like this maybe you want to lock on. Or do I have it on control? Ouch. That hurt. What do we get? Ooh, okay. Nothing exciting. So this is the exquisite silk shirt, which gives you extra armor and heat resistance. I'm never going to wear it. I'll show you it, and then I'll drop it probably. This is it. You can see why I probably don't bother with it. It's not, yeah. I mean, yeah. Nothing too interesting. These crystalline torsos, we're going to keep these for golem crafting because I'd like to make golems in this playthrough. Quite often I say that and then we don't do it, so no promises. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But it's too good to just leave on the ground. Do a quick sort out. Some good loot already, though. I don't really care about Violet Curative. I don't really care about that crystal. I can get more. I don't really care about the Corrupted Axe, to be honest. But when this durability goes completely, it's nice to have an axe available. Okay. How are you doing, friend? Doing all right. So, that's the penultimate skeleton boss that we've got to fight. Our levels are going up quite a lot as well from all these boss fights. So we're going to drop back down here. Going to grab on at the end. It sounded like I broke my ankles there, but don't be fooled. Let's fight the snake boss next. Then we've got one skeleton boss to fight in that direction. So the snake boss is a world boss and spawns in this citadel of the triumvirate over here. And is a pain in the butt because it will stack poison a lot, like fast. It's just another of the snake world bosses. There are others. And one of the problems with this place as well, there you go, Citadel of the Triumvirate. One of the problems with this place as well is there's a bunch of like little snakes on the ground. Or, you know, not like a sea of them like Indiana Jones. Like this guy. And they will poison you, it's hard to see them. You could equip a torch. That's an option. Especially if you've got a one-handed weapon like we do currently. But but they're a real pain in the butt. So you've got to kind of deal with them before you fight the snake boss who's over there. Okay. So this is just like another world boss. We'll drop a skeleton key and some serpent glands to make poisons to apply to your weapons. There's also some chests around the sides which have gold and silver in them, which is useful to harvest. There used to be a legendary chest behind the snake, but they moved it, in spite of the fact that I consider this to be like a dungeon. Trying to run past the snake and not get killed and get the chest is very similar, I think, to cave along the river. Don't you hit me. Okay, he's aggroed to my friendo. I'm just going to try and make sure he dies as soon as possible.
The bright joy of slaying.
So he's got 8,265 health. Barbaric. So I gotta watch. If I get a poison stack on me, I need to start healing. Because that can escalate quickly. Yeah, there's my poison stack gone. This rotation is weird. Look at the tracking there. Look at that. I'm controlling his movement. Okay, beautiful. So let's just make sure our friendo drinks some potions. Look at his health go down. I right-clicked on it just to make sure he did heal. But because of better thralls, he will drink independently. There you go. But this one is such a meanie for killing your thralls. Obviously you have down but not out, but okay, so now we're going to harvest him for a skeleton key, first and foremost. Actually, I'm going to use my star metal pickaxe. I'm going to drop my regular pickaxe on the ground. We're going to use this now. I'll be able to craft this star metal pickaxe at some point. So I'll be able to put an advanced tool upgrade kit on it. I do have one of those at home. We could have gotten that. I don't know why I'm running back here because... Oh yeah, because the fragment. Still, you can get a fragment of power. And there is one. Once. There you go. I keep showing you these places where fragments can be. There it is. It can be there, a bit like the other spots I showed you. It can be there. It's not always there. It'll spawn in at some point during your session, probably on your server. Now we're going to run around these side bits and get some coins. Then we're going to get the hell out of here. So I haven't unfriended the mini boss near the slave road. I think that's the last mini boss that I haven't unfriended in the unknown city. We've got chest and boots, and we got some duplicates. I would like to get like the full set of this armor today, ideally. So potentially we might. Even when we've done these last couple of bosses, we might kind of try to unfriend those mini bosses again just to see if we can get this full set. Okay, so snake boss is done. Now we've got just one skeleton boss to unfriend. And then we'll go to the archives. I'll talk about the archives. I'm going to get rid of these. I don't use them. I love that we got this from a box, just randomly, people. That seems really, like, broken. Especially because it's like a one-handed agility sword as well. We do have a sandstorm. So I've got some rough wraps. I'm going to make sure I'm not in combat during the sandstorm, just so I can wrap and not get interrupted. We're just going to stand here and wait. Gotta go. Shouldn't have started this conversation. I'm going to forget about it now. Forget about the sandstorm. What have I missed? Skeleton spotlight. You've inspired me to start a solo run on Conan Exiles and try to platinum it. Nice! Good for you. It's not too hard to platinum compared to other things. Get somebody to help you with the Tower of Elephants. Is it Tower of Elephants? Which is the one we have to stand on the head? I think it's Tower of Elephants. Oh, you're talking about how long it takes you to die in the acid in the dregs. Usually play on PC, start a session on PS, and you don't place crafters in bench anymore, you just place them in the world. Yes, that's true. Turn living settlements off. Let's start a wrap. Deleted bench and put new crafter book, could only place in the world, not in bench. Yeah, you still have to place them, I think. They just won't wander around. Your worker icon doesn't show up. Good luck with the dog. It's very exciting. Still not managed to get through the volcano. Keep dying because they hit so hard and because they're now all insta aggro. Remember in Thrall with Sword of Crom used to be the meta. Yeah, we were talking about Sword of Crom before actually. So there you go. We only needed to heal once probably because we got so much armor. We've got like 400 health. So we've got one boss left to fight, which is the skeleton up here, and then we'll do archives. Seem to have a draft. We have a draft in our drawers. The Rufflecopter. Too many beans, Schreiber. What can I say? Yeah, I miss those days with the Sword of Crom and using the Festering One Axe and legendaries being repairable and stuff like that. I do like things about the changes that they've made. I'm particularly very happy about the fact that world bosses have less health, especially unnamed city bosses have less health, that we do more damage and it's easier to solo stuff. I really love that change. But there are some things, and I do think it's, you know, the fact that they've increased the drop rate of legendaries and, you know, they've improved the durability and they've given them better kind of, you know, cooler kind of features and stuff like that again. But I do miss a lot of the old days, really. I miss the old purges. I feel like a lot of what I used to do kind of in the later times of me playing on servers, I'm going to just keep adding points. No, we need more grit, actually. Let's go for grit now till we get to the second perk. Yeah, a lot of what I used to do was purge hunting, building in new places, and am I going to eat a heart of hero? I'm going to eat a heart of hero because I got 2 of them, just to clear my corruption. So here's one of the skeleton bosses, same loot table as the others. He's just having a little prey to a fire. Nobody knows why. Prom isn't answering people. Hey. Deal with these little guys. The dodging is annoying. The dodging is annoying. Stop dodging me. Okay. Let's help our friendo. Gonna get some of these crafting. This is why I like to carry loads of leaves with me. Don't hit me. Hit him. He's a tank. Look at me. I've only got 460 health. He's got loads of health compared to me. So I might use my white blade on this guy. It does get a bit cluttered sometimes with all these float damage numbers flying around, I have to say. But I really like having the information on the screen. Sometimes it's hard to see the enemy. But I wish they would give us the option to have like float damage numbers just in the game natively, honestly. XP and all that stuff, you know.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life.
There we go, we've got a stack of 10. There you go. Nice. Oh, we got Quake. Wonderful. So this is going to be my follower's weapon until I get the momentum mace, probably from a world boss chest, legendary chest. This is really good. Up to 73 health damage, sunders, 27% armor pen. It's a strength-based weapon. Marvelous. We've got a repair kit. I'll take the hardened steel, actually. That's a good stack of steel. So we're going to take this. Now, this weighs very little, so I'm going to use this myself as a hammer. There you go. Quake, mate. So I said, mate. Quake, friendos. So let me just make sure he's still buffed. I think he is. I can check by holding down E, checking his stats. He's still got his salted pork buff as well. And then we'll loot the chest behind here. There's a secret chest here. There we go. So, that's all the bosses, apart from like a random red dragon that roams the kind of like perimeter of the unnamed city that doesn't have any special drops in the same way that the green dragon doesn't. So we're now going to go into the archives, which is like over here, and I'll talk about the archives because it's kind of important. I don't know if I've clicked on the obelisk here. And I don't think I clicked on the one at Shattered Springs either. Even though I said I would, because I was trying to get some water. So we're going to run past all these friendos and click on the obelisk, and we're going to run straight in there. There we go. Old Purge. You don't miss the Old Purge, that's fair, that's fair. The changes, the legendaries quickly got used to them, just went farming them more. Boss's HP reduction, but they hit harder. They got easier on the whole. I've liked the changes. I agree with you. I think I like the changes that they've made on the whole. I do miss... I feel nostalgia for some of the old stuff more than anything, you know. They silk and hardened leather drops are so generous now. Yeah. They are, like, just general loot. Do you know what? For a second, I thought it was just a person in a cape. I was like, wait, when did they add that? Right, let me eat some food. Let me drink some water. Okay, so this is the archives. This is the archivist. This guy teaches you how to craft a map room that looks like this. Something that you can place in the world. And then you click on each of these. Each of these represents an obelisk around the map. When you kind of go near these kind of like structures on this map room thing, when you build one yourself, a beam of light will appear coming out of the map in the correct corresponding color, and also it'll show you where it is on the map, basically. So if one comes out over here, you know you're going to go to the volcano if you click on that. So we'll talk about that more when we make a map room. If you play on servers, like official servers, any kind of server, it's a really good idea to attune the obelisks as early as possible, because you can usually use other people's map rooms to get around, and especially if you die somewhere, rather than running all the way across the map and running the risk of your stuff despawning, especially if you haven't leveled sorcery all the way, you don't have a summoning stone in order to, or circle, to bring back your body and your stuff. We'll talk about that at another date. Then you're going to want to be able to get there as soon as possible. So having a horse available and having map rooms and stuff like that is really handy. Oh, can I pick any of these up? No, I can't. So there you go. So we're going to speak to him. He's going to teach us how to make these map rooms. But you can use them before you've learned how to use them. You just can't build one until you've spoken to him about it.
Do not be afraid.
So we're going to learn cartographer.
I am just a shadow.
Shall I learn?
Whisper of what once was.
Memory of oils.
Before the fall.
Thanks, mate. He's quite chatty, so I'm just going to stop that for a second. I think I'm going to learn Memory of Oils. How many fragments do I have? 10. Yeah, I'm going to learn Memory of Oils. Can you... There we go. So this is going to teach me a Memory of Oils, which... let me click on that. That will give me the skill to craft different oils. There are various oils that you can make. There's an oil of concussion, which you can apply to a concussive weapon or any kind of weapon to increase the concussive damage from it. There's the oil of agony, which increases damage. Oil of penetration, which increases armor pen of a weapon. Oil of bounty, which increases the yield of a tool that you're using. Bear in mind, if you use the oil of bounty, these oils have a time on them, and the time is based on the durability of the weapon. So if you put them on a legendary black blood tool that you can harvest from these kind of caves up here, then you'll get like, I think it's like 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes, I forget now, I have it in a video somewhere. But you get about 8 minutes with the oil of bounty on that weapon. It gives you the same yield on an obsidian weapon and on a black blood tool, same kind of yield, except for the fact that obsidian weapons you can craft and you can repair. Legendaries you can't repair. So if you put an oil of bounty on a black blood tool that you get from up here on the map, I'm moving my cursor frantically, but it's just like 10 H10 or whatever. After the time runs out of the oil of bounty, your weapon will break, almost break. It'll be have like a few hits left on it, or a tool will break. And with a legendary, you won't be able to repair it. So you just need like a bunch more of those. You need to farm more of those if you want to continue to use oils of bounty on those types of tools. Otherwise, just put an advanced tool upgrade kit on and you're laughing. Make yourself some obsidian tools or make yourself some star melt tools. You're still going to be fine, especially if you're on like playing single player and you've got like 2 times harvesting rates, which is my preferred way of playing. PvP also has boosted rates as well. But yes, oils of bounty are really the best way to get the absolute most amount of a single node. Either an obsidian tool or a black blood tool with an oil of bounty is the biggest yield you'll ever get. There you go. Having said that, I probably won't make them. Maybe we'll make one oil of bounty and we'll just kind of try it out at some point. So there you go. So that's the map room that we've learnt by speaking to him. We can make that. We can also do the oils. Now, the other thing you can use your fragments of power for, there's a few different things. You can eat a fragment of power when you get to level 60. If I click on that, it'll say you must be level 60. This will give me some feat points, which is knowledge points. So it'll boost the number up here. You can't learn every single feat in the game unless you use fragments of power, because you won't ever get enough points only even at level 60 unless you have a mod or something. So what you need to do is you need to consume these fragments, which you can just do by right clicking on them in your inventory as long as you're level 60. The other thing you can do is you can craft tablets of power, the recipe for which you learn from this library here. And then you basically get, I think it's like 60 feat points for like 5 fragments or something like that. I forget now. So you can consume those and you get loads more. So basically, end game, if you want to learn every single recipe in the game, you can consume tablets of power using the fragments of power. As that. So that's one thing you can do with them. You can just consume them. So then one of the main reasons that you have these in the game, one of the main uses for them is you go to this library, and for every fragment that you have in your inventory, every time you click on this wall, you will be granted a scroll with a recipe. So I'm going to click E. So I've got Essence of Rot, I've got Way Markers, Venom Infused Sword, Venom Infused Two-Handed Sword, Petrified Egg, and I've run out of fragments. There you go. So then I can click on them in my inventory and learn them. Essence of Rot. Let me just click on something to anchor myself. Petrified Egg, Venom Infused Sword, Venom Infused Two-Handed Sword, Way Markers, and this is just a random scroll. There you go. So this is like a fun thing to do after you've done your tour of the Unnamed City, you've unfriended the bosses, you've got yourself a bunch of fragments of power. Come over here, click on this wall, you'll get granted one of each thing. You no longer get duplicates. I don't think there's a particular order in which you get them. I don't remember. But eventually you'll get all the recipes from here, and then you can find them in your knowledge tab. Is it in survival? Yes, it is. So if you go to your survival tab, you can see all the things that you've learnt. These different things. I love the venom infused weapons. They are craftable, poisonous weapons. I really like the daggers. personally. You can get venom-fused daggers, which we haven't got yet, and there's way markers. There you go. Have I told everybody everything I can think of from here, people? Llanfairpwll is a Welsh village on the Isle of Anglesey with a 58-letter name that means St Mary's Church in the hollow of the White Hazel near Rapid Whirlpool, and the Church of St Cecilia of the Red Cave. I never knew that. There you go. How do you remember all of this? 8,000 hours, Sammy. 8,000 hours, my friend. Also, I do guided playthroughs all the time. It's now set order. Thank you, Kevin. I couldn't remember if it was a set order, yeah. So you learn things in a particular order. Can you check if there's a new cookie recipe while you're at... Shut up, Kalendros. Oh, dear. Yepers. Hello, Sculptor. Hello, people joining us. You just got the 100,000 redeemed for free. Kevin, you deserve the 100,000 redeemed for free, my friend. You're so supportive. There you go. Yes. That's my party trick, as I can say that long word. Right. Shall we? What was I going to do next? Oh, yeah. I want to get... So let's go and unfriend the final mini-boss that we haven't yet unfriended. And then we're just going to go around them and see if we can get the remaining parts of this armor. Because I want to look cool for my barbaric playthrough. Okay. Dun, dun, doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So we've already attuned the obelisk, which means that if we use a map room, we'll be able to teleport here. Do-do-do-do. Da-da-da-da-da. But yeah, I just used to visit this place like once or... I think I'd do like 2 rounds every session that I played Conan. So I was constantly farming these guys. Because the, Sword of Chrome was like the thing to get for your follower back in the day. And then I just loved the Festering one because I loved using axes. Because they're just so effective. Largely because I was always farming their name Sissy. So they're just so good against skeletons. He's using his Quake mace now, which we got from one of the skeleton bosses. But it's never really a waste of time, given that you get fragments, you get Grandmaster armor and weapon repair kits. You always get nowadays, you didn't used to, you had the chance to get in the old days a legendary weapon or piece of armor. It was a good use of your time, but it was quite grindy, which is why you kind of, we would become obsessed with getting the most damage possible out of our followers, because you really... just to reduce the grind of it, basically. Okay, so here's the final mini-boss that we haven't fought yet. And then we're just going to see... If he could drop me, like, multiple pieces of his armor, I'd love that. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, the axes are so good. The axes are so good. The axes are so good. Nice. Wonderful. It's so much quicker with a follower. Oh, I got the Tacit and another pair of boots. I love it. We're doing quite well, actually, for this stuff. Hey. So this gives us 5 stamina. So I just need gloves and helmet. Oh, my goodness.
Kevin _H___ tipped 58 pounds.
Aww.
58 letter place name at £1 per letter. Well worth it.
That's very kind of you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Goodness me. You didn't have to do that. That's so nice of you. Thank you. Goodness, people. Right. So let's get all of our looties on here. I mean, you didn't used to be able to get this, what do you call it, Silent Legion armor from these enemies either. So there's just like a lot you get from here. It is kind of like a bit of a bland place though. So it's just, I always felt like a bit of a grind. It's like a constitutional walk or something, But, right. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just go around these guys. Now it's single player, so every time I run away and come back again, thank you again, Kevin. Thank you so much for that. So nice of you. Because it's single player, if I run far away enough and come back again, then they'll respawn. But we're just going to do like a lap and unfriend them, and hopefully we'll get the gear. I do miss the old way that our characters used to run, I feel like we still, ever since they added zombies to the game in sorcery, spoiler alert, if you don't have to ever see a zombie if you don't want to use sorcery, but I feel like they changed the way we run, and I kind of miss the old way we run. I don't remember it, but I remember now when I look at this, I'm like, I still run like a zombie. It just made everybody run a bit like a zombie, didn't they? Do 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 do. Right, where am I going? This way. I should mark them because it's a lot easier. I see you. I'm ignoring you. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. I did have my own like route for in these places. The main thing I used to go to these mini bosses for was because the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers used to be like the best fighters. At one point they were the best fighters. So you'd have like loads of the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers guarding your base for like purges and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to remember after we unfriend these guys to mark this. So the dodging is really cheating. Get him, Zerky. We haven't even named our Berserker, have we? So what should we call him? Should we call him Zerky? I don't know why I want to call him Zerky. Just what I've been saying today. So we're going to go for some grit now. Let's get at least to the second perk. And I think... I don't... What did I do on the permadeath one? Did I do stamina regenerates 25% fast? I feel like I did, even though... The main thing about stamina isn't the speed at which it regenerates. It's the penalty for running out. The pause that's dangerous. Look at this. You just can't deny axes. They're so good. Or maces. They're incredible as well. Nope. No such luck for Ness of Shem. But we'll take the heart of a hero. Okay, so let me mark this location with a little skull to show me where the dudes are. Take their coins. Don't mind if I do. Right, so let's run like north to this where this building is.
Grail just subscribed for 36 months.
Is that the number? Wait, is that 3 years, Grail? Have you been subscribed to me for 3 years? Is that the number? Thank you so much, lovely. Thank you. Welcome back. The encumbered walk is still Hollywood. That's how I run IRL, isn't it? Like a zombo. Like swinging your elbows. Thank you, lovely. Goodness me. Is there another guy over here we haven't gotten to? I think we actually missed this one. We'll mark this. Goodness me. Have you the kin scourge already? No, we haven't been to the Black Keep yet. We've just been unfriending these dudes for the armor. Oh, these are skeletons. Okay, I don't know why I thought there was a mini boss here for a minute. There are certain... When you kind of been playing the game for a long time, I mean, correct me on your perspective about this, people, but I find that I just get into a specific route, especially places like the NM City. It's just like the rest of the game. There will be like little spots on the map that I never visit, and therefore I'm like... It's a bit like Galaman's tomb, which is down here. I never know where that is. I've got to try to remember it's directly above Hanuman's Grotto, but I never ever visit that. Except for, I'm going to get rid of this, so I don't need it. Except for, like, when I run past it or whatever. Because I just kind of get into my usual kind of route of doing things. Right, I'm in the wrong... Where's the other thingy? I've got to catch my bearings now. I think this way? That's north, so that's not it. Dun, dun, dun. So we did we do this one? It's because I'm doing it backwards now. I'm confused. But yeah, I kind of get into like a way of doing things, and there's certain things I just never go to. So I've marked that one. That's the one I just did. Okay. So I'm gonna go north from here, maybe this way. So yeah, that's it basically. I used to farm these guys. But it was mainly for knocking out treasure seekers. Always running like I'm on the verge of death. If I ran, I definitely would look like I was on the verge of death, but I just make a point of not running. Directly over the sorcery cave. Some directly over the sorcery cave. What are you talking about there, Domin Realm? You talking about silk? Is that from the previous comment? Hello, David. Meow to you too, friendo. How do my thralls teleport and get killed by them when they're visiting sorcery cave and die above? Really? Hey, am I in like the right spot here? Trying to get my bearings. No, I'm not in the right spot. Chat, I'm lost now. I'm lost in the unnamed city. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll just go to the ones I know the location of. So I think the guys we just unfriended will be back. So let's go back to them. Just because it's easier. Otherwise I'll spend too much time running around. Life is too short, people. Is Indiana Jones one of your favourite movies? I just don't know how you could have guessed that, Codrus. I just don't know how you... I don't know, like, that is a psychic thought. I just don't know. Yes, I love Indiana Jones. And I think the tune is, like, magnificent. Do I want to go this way? No, I want to go this way. The stairs. Yeah, I love it. And it's, like, one of my cheery tunes, basically, that I hum. We're supposed to be lost. None of the streets have names. I know. Well, that's fair. True. What did I used to call the unnamed city? Undead City, I think I used to call it. I think I was always calling it Undead City, which it is, isn't it? Not because not out of creativity, I just didn't know what it was called. Oh, the treasure seekers used to unfriending it. So there's treasure seekers above the sorcery cave, are there? Really? Like relic hunter treasure seekers? Go on, mate. I don't want you feeling left out. So those risen monstrosities, those like... They've got like 10,000 XP when you unfriend them. Built into 8,000. They used to be like 16,000, I think, for the skeletons. Or they nerfed them. Used to be really such a good place to come and farm like XP. I mean, it's still all right. It just doesn't beat the grey dwarves. The grey apes. Sorry, grey dwarves. I play Valheim. It doesn't beat the grey apes in the jungle because there's so many of them. They're so quick to unfriend, and then in between there's a bunch of gorillas, and then you can bleed and all that, bleed them and all that stuff. Oh, they haven't respawned yet. Interesting. So let's go to the ones over there, I guess. Bum bum bum. Do 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 do. Oh, this music always gets Back to the Future music stuck in my head as well. Smart detection. I don't know why smart detection's picked you up, Jones. Smart detection has held your message. I wonder why. Any ideas? It's showing me, it's just not showing the rest of the chat. Have we changed your name recently? Do dun dun da 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 dun do 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 do. Okay, where am I going, friendos? I think over here. To the Silent Legion holders. Maybe it's not very smart. Hello, B2. I mean, it isn't perfect, is it? Yeah. Well, let's allow it because it's a perfectly nice message. Thank you for watching my content on YouTube, and here and everything. I don't know why it's picked you up on smart detection. So the reasons I might do that is if it thinks you're a ban evader, strength buff. What am I doing here? Let's unfriend some friendos. How are you doing, buddy? He's doing pretty well. He's still buffed and everything. Okay. Now, I would like gloves and I'd like a helmet. I don't know if they drop the helmets because they don't wear the helmets. But if we could drop me some gauntlets, I would consider that to be friendly of you. Samarm. No, what a swine. That was painful. Did you see how much damage you did to me? I'm going to stand behind you, friend. So I guess, has anybody gotten the helmet from the mini-bosses here? I wonder if perhaps the gauntlets are the last thing that I can get. Drink some water. Beautiful. We are getting hearts of a hero, so I may as well just eat them. I should be checking which ones I'm eating, actually, so that I'm always using the one that expires quickest. Funny Conan got it the other day. Nice! I don't know why it's done that then. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. To the next people. Dun 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 dun. I don't know when I'm going to build a house in this playthrough, friendos. I think if I build it, I'm going to want to like plan it out off stream because it's so hard to do it on stream sometimes. If I'm doing something that's not just like a box, and I don't usually do boxes apart from this particular playthrough. This is the boxiest like home I've ever built in this game since like a very, very long time. But yeah, because I want to build something kind of pretty in the water. I'm not going to fight you, brute. We're just going to run past you. I'm so sorry to be rude. Then I just kind of want to like play around and plan it out. I just don't know when I'm going to do it, peeps. But we are going to do it on this world because I haven't built like anything fancy for a bit. So there you go. I don't know when I'm going to do it. Maybe like this weekend or something. But it's always very trial and error when I build stuff. We could see if the fragment is spawned here. Should we do that? While we're here. A jungle treehouse is going to be in the water at the oasis near Muriel's Hope where we're living. I really want to build in the water, kind of nostalgically, because when Conan 3.0 came out, that's where I built. And I built like an Argothian kind of palace. But I have to do something different than I did last time. Which means I have to think about it. Okay, still no fragment here. Game is making me a liar. Not going to fight the Red Mother either. Even though she will probably aggro when I drop down. Perhaps? No. What if I avoid her? Okay. I'm grateful for the carry capacity in these boots. And I'm grateful for the strength from the chest piece. I'm not that worried about the rest of it, to be honest, because I get health from these things. But I'd quite like to get the gauntlets. Yep, that'd be kind of cool. Upside down pyramid made of straw. That's definitely going to be it, Schreiber. There's no doubt about it. That's the perfect thing to make. It's a good spot. The current server I'm on, my base is on the cliff just north of the water around the corner from a camel vendor. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I think it's lovely. I think the oases are like perfect build locations for me because then you're in the desert. It's always like sun's always shining. You get the gorgeous like sumptuous sounds of like insects and stuff, which I hate, but no, I like the sounds of them anyway. So I think that's very cool. I also really like these like waters, Oasis of Noket. That's it. I always think this is called Oasis of Noket, but this is it. This is a lovely place to build as well for the same reason, really. It's also very close to Sapper Room. It's very liberating doing this in Barbaric with a Cimmerian Berserker and not doing permadeath, because these guys made me very nervous when I was doing my permadeath run. Fools! Okay, please don't dodge me. I find that offensive. That's right. Doombringer will lull you into a false sense of security. Deal with the archer because it's a pain in the butt. What did you say about me? Oh, nothing. We got... Speaking about being lulled into a false sense of security, could you stop attacking Zerky? His unofficial title is like, will you stop calling me Zerky? Excellent. Loot the chests. Just want the gauntlets, people. I'm using mods, can't remember this game UI. This is Hozlav's UI mod that you can see. Yes, I'm using mods, only quality of life. Exclamation mark, mods Conan, all one word, no spaces. Will get you the videos I've made about mods, or at least the one that, the list of mods that I currently use, basically. But I've been kind of cultivating the list of mods, like, over the years, and these are the ones I really like. That's it. There you go, best quality of life mods, that's it. I do have another mod list, another video, which talks about bases. I do think if you're on like a server with a bunch of people, sometimes it's a good idea to like delete a base when you move to another place. No, I mean, that's one of the most fun things about the game is building, isn't it? New to this game, that mode is that only one you get after the first time you finish the game. No, you can do barbaric difficulty at any stage. You don't have to like defeat the game first or anything. It's not locked. You could start the game on barbaric if you wanted to. The only difference is you can only, obviously, if you're playing on official servers, you can't change the difficulty. It's just set to like default difficulty. And obviously if you're playing on a server with other people, then the difficulty is set by the server owner. Other than that, if you're playing single player, you can just set it to barbaric immediately, whenever you want to, if you want to punish yourself. It's nice to do though once you've completed the game as a means to kind of like, you know, test yourself, I guess, or kind of, you know, make things a bit more interesting. But you can do whatever you want. You might also want to just do a custom game, you know, tweak some kind of settings the way you like, adjust like how you get XP, things like that. That's kind of cool as well. Try and stick with 2 home and purge base. Yeah, I think for me that's like the sweet spot, really. I mean, apart from having like map rooms and things like that, or teleportatory stones, I think having a home base and then a purge target is nice these days. Make one big base, a small dedicated base according to their location, plus portable base for will of friendship purposes. Nice. Okay, so this guy's respawned. Thank you, good to know. No problem. Okay, so let's see if we can get something here. I want the gauntlets now. Okay, I don't want to get stuck in someone's combo. I'm going to dodge out of that. Skeletons are trying to participate. We've leveled a lot today. Level 48. It's nice to come here just to get the stuff and then to be like, oh look, I leveled as well while I'm here. Because I think if you're just fighting these guys just to level, then it's a bit dull, essentially. But we're here specifically for... Ooh, now another tacit, another pair of boots, but no gauntlets. Unfortunately. And I don't want to change anything that he's wearing. What about this? What does this give us? Stamina 275 armor. It's not worth it, because I'd rather he just had the health from it. Okay, so which tacit's better? 404, 342. So we'll stick with what we've got. Okay, well, I'm not super worried about the gauntlets. The chest piece I like because it buffs my strength. The shoes I like because they buff my carry capacity. And I'm more interested in that than the 20 health I would get from the Sumerian steel armor. So I think we're going to leave here. Rather than just kind of keep fighting and fighting and fighting the same place. So let's take our loot home to the oasis. Oops. So could you stop that, please? Love the mini villages that pop up on servers around the mounds. You know, like when players build like villages and stuff. I love it when people build villages. I think they're super cool. Would stick to one base plus a smaller portable one if I was playing on a live server. Feel free to take up too much space. Yeah, that's what I think as well, definitely. Yeah, and I'm not building next to people. Honestly, like, I don't know if there's anything worse on a server than somebody like just randomly building super close to you. I just find that to be the most like experience ruining thing. There's the red dragon. Let's fight this dragon because we haven't yet. And we're trying to do all the bosses and all the dungeons on this playthrough. So this is like a roaming dragon. It doesn't have the same loot table as the Red Mother. I'm gonna do a little creature symbol. I don't know if she's gonna really hurt me because I dodged the Red Mother. She has all the same attacks as the Red Mother. So I'm gonna try and let my Berserker do his job here. I use these daggers even though technically speaking this is the last stage of the doing a complete unnamed city, isn't it really? Try not to get unfriended. He's like trapped inside her tummy right now. Scary place to be. So like the green dragon, this one doesn't have a loot table, I don't think. I'm pretty unless something's changed. So it's on my don't bother list really. Unless you're just kind of doing a route round at the unnamed city, you know, you want to get some dragon bones and things like that. There you go. So it's like a world boss loot table, so nothing interesting. And then volatile glands, yeah, dragon bones, dragon horns, etc. Move out the way so I can see this. Zerky. Excuse me, sir, you bellend. Would you freaking move? I want to stop guarding the loot. There you go. So stubborn. I'm just not going to take that stuff. Right. So let's go put some stuff away at home. Dump our gear. Oh, crikey friendos. Any idea where I should build on my solo playthrough? I have a video on my YouTube channel with the 20 best base locations for every level, biome and all that palaver. Do I have a command in the chat? Yeah, there's the video. It's a quite comprehensive like tour. Talks about like what the, you know, positives and benefits and negatives and stuff. Yeah. It'll give you some ideas at least. Yeah, I made that because I always get asked and I've built in most places. I probably will make another one of those videos at some point with some more options as well. But I do have a guide playlist on YouTube with like edited guides and stuff. Why is it not spitting fire? This one in my game tried to set my fire. Oh, she does breathe fire. I'm still saying she. I'm assuming it's still a red. It's basically a Red Mother dupe, but without any good loot tables and stuff like that. The only brew for the brave and true comes from the green dragon. Is that like a jingle from an advert? Okay, where's the rhino boss? It makes me concerned that I can't see him. Which means he's roaming. So far he hasn't tried to... Oh, there he is. Let me get some water. Listen, you Wally. Well, we managed to not break our grim daggers, which is kind of cool. Managed to defeat all the bosses in the unnamed city, including like world bosses, including things that don't give us any benefits. We went to the archives. We learned memory of oils. We learned map rooms. What else did we do? We learned some recipes from the Library of Esoteric Artifacts from the archivist as well. We've got a bunch of legendary stuff, which most of which I dropped. We now have a Silent Legion Pauldron, Silent Legion Tacit, boots. I mean, I'm sticking with my steel gauntlets and helmet from Sumerian steel stuff. We've got this Hermithril thingamajobby, which is... I don't know why that's in a box in the Unknown City. It seems broken to get that. We also got the Riptide Spear from the Bat Boss, which is kind of marvellous. Where are my friendos? Do you have any good gear on you, friendo? Loads of stuff here. So we've got the Quake mace for our follower, which is marvellous. He also has a Silent Legion Pauldron. He looks kind of ridiculous right now. I could hide his helmet using Fashionist, or I could just give him a different helmet to wear, perhaps. So yeah, I think we're probably going to leave it here for today, friendos. Thank you so much for hanging out on the stream. Thank you for all the support in the stream. I really appreciate it. I'm going to edit day, I think it's 4 after this stream ends, of the Conan series. So if you like the edited versions, that's going to be up as soon as it's ready. So it's probably going to be about an hour long. It's probably going to be, and maybe it'll be ready sometime tomorrow. It depends how long YouTube takes to process it in 1440p. And then I'll be back tomorrow with another stream. I'm going to be streaming for the rest of the week. I probably will do another Conan stream this week because I enjoy it so much. What else was I going to say about that? So yeah, I do have a playlist on my YouTube channel of like survival games to look out for like in 2026. I do try a bunch of like new games and do first impressions, kind of entertaining kind of videos, so check that out if you haven't already. So yeah, make sure you follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. I'm on Twitter, TikTok and Blue Sky, and join the Discord if you'd like to, if you haven't already. If you'd like to join our Exiled Land server or our Siptus server, they are free. There's no paywall whatsoever. Everyone's welcome. They're lightly modded the same as my game with quality of life mods. And you can join those by joining the Discord. Go to the Conan Exiles channel, look at the pinned messages, and you'll find joining instructions. All right, my friends, I'll see you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kevin. Really, really appreciate the support.